care. I do not, I don't care. Come in this crib, you come in the fuck. I don't wanna vibe, I don't care. I ain't come through spraying for all that plan. I put it on y'all, I won't care. You get up in the mall, I don't care. You get ugly and all, I don't care. It's IDT, don't run no fleet. You tripping far to take care. You tripping far, you ain't here. So you just gotta know I don't care. You be on the floor, but shit in the sky. You just gotta know I don't care. Alright, nigga, I don't care. Not with the niggas that don't care. I need a bitch that don't care. Hey, if I'm outside, it's on my side. I put it on mine, I don't care. Nigga get fried, I don't care. They come through, I don't care. I heard the niggas pulling up. Let a nigga try it, he gon' get fried. Nigga try to slide, his ass died. Send my ops up the guy. He got dropped and I laughed. He got popped, then he crashed. When he died, his mama cried. Get that low and go crash. We going fast. If you slide and you miss, when you slip, that's your ass. My little nigga, 14 with 10 attempts, his little ass bad. Even if you catch a hat, if it's get back, you can't brag, nigga. When we in them wish we crashing out. Catch his ass in traffic, up that switch on him and fapping down. All my whips bulletproof, who lacking now? Catch his ass and smoke his boots, I got these niggas tapping out. Alright, nigga, I don't care. Not with the niggas that don't care. I need a bitch that don't care. Hey, if I'm outside, it's on my side. I put it on my I don't care. Nigga get fried, I don't care. They come through, I don't care.
God is the greatest. No matter what you're going through, count your blessings, yeah. Well, today is a new day. Give thanks to life. All praises to the Lord, me safe and me sanctified. Nah, make them stress me. Me a wall of vibe. With red boom, TJ and moon in my bona fide. And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us. Me not care who like me. Me just a go and show love. And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us. Me not care who like me. Me just a go and show love. Far me I come from, but a journey. Good thing God got me. See it and you feel it. Far me I come from.
Yeah. How to keep playing. How to keep real. Walking in, why they stare? Feeling like the man of the year. Man of the year. Feeling like the man of the year. Man of the year. How to keep it player. Keep playing with the weight, hands in the air. Big stick on me, how playing field. Nah, no. If it that day, then it probably won't kill. Come here. Baby, come here. Know what you like, you gotta say. I know what you like, you gotta say. This about the time that we like to play. I'm trying to find another time with it.
All right. What's good, y'all boys? What's good? It's good to be back. It's a beautiful Sunday, man. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put in some work today. We're gonna grind today, and we're gonna do some reaction streams. So it's gonna be a long day. We're gonna aim for a 4 hour. Okay. What about now? Feeling like the man of the year. Man of the year. Let me know if you can hear me now. All right. We all good. All right. We good. So, yeah, boys, man, it's going to be a great Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday. We're going to put some work in. We're going to grind. You know what I mean? We got a couple of things planned today. Like I said on the last stream, that I was gonna do the trading journal with you guys. That's what I'm gonna do today. You feel me? And then we're gonna do some reaction streams. You know what I'm saying? We gotta turn the channel up with some reaction videos, bro. We got to. See, that's what YouTube. That's oh my gosh. Man, yeah. Be right back. It's gonna keep going in and out. Man, yeah. Hold on, y'all boys. I gotta figure this thing out. Man, my mouse is not even showing up, bro. God damn. What's going on? Alright, y'all boys, hold on. And we can't even play music. I gotta go under the desk, you did? Alright, it's working now, but I just hope it don't get messed up later on. Okay. Alright, bet. Hopefully it don't go out. Okay. First thing first. First, let's take a deep breath. Right, all that movement. I gotta take a deep breath. Gather myself, you feel me? Alright, so. And my mouse is still not working, y'all boys. It's a cool ass mouse, but it's not working. Come on, bruh. That's crazy. No. My mouse is literally not working. I don't know what's going on. I hope it's not dead, bro. Hold on. It can't be dead. That's crazy, y'all boys. Damn, this is an L stream. This is the start of an L stream. Fuck. Damn. Yeah, we're gonna have to end this stream and hop back on, y'all boys. But we can't even end it because this mouse is not even working. That's crazy. Yo. Hold on, y'all boys. I'm really trying to figure this out. My mouse is not working at all. Oh, it's crazy. Yo, let me call down to. phone. Bruh. Ain't no way, bruh. Bro, ain't no way. Dalton not been picking up.
Your call has been forwarded.
Bruh. I gotta get me a wired mouse, bro. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. This wireless Bluetooth, not it, bro. Oh, okay. Hold on. Bro, my mouse is not even working, gang. I can't do shit. I literally can't do shit, bro. No way, bro. Alright, bro. What the fuck? Check my batteries, bro. I did. Oh my gosh, bro. Yo. I can't even control my screen. I can't even switch. And that's why I need to set it up on my thing, bro. My soundboard. My mouse is connected, right? The mouse is connected. It got. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's blinking, but it's like it's not blinking like it's dead. You feel me? Oh well, what we're gonna do? We're gonna charge it. We're gonna charge it for a little bit, and then we're just gonna yap. We're just gonna yap for a bit. Fuck it. We're gonna do a yap session then. We're gonna do a yap session, bro. So Dalton, man, what should we talk about, bro? Since I think you're the only viewer on right now, what should we talk about, bro? Cause our mouse is dead. You know what I mean? It's not what we could really do. So we're just gonna chat, bro. But for those that's on the live, you know what I mean? Before we start the 200 to 10K challenge, one thing we're gonna do before we start again, we're gonna need to do at least a week of back testing. At least a week of back testing. It could be 3 days, 5 days, but we need to do at least a week of back testing before we actually get into the market. Because next time we get into the market, guys, boys, I want to actually take this shit like serious and take my precise trade according to my entry and be confident enough to just hold that motherfucker. Feel me? How do you feel about your journey you're on with trading right now? I feel great. Honestly, I feel great. The journey that I'm on right now, I feel amazing. Hold on, let me move my mic so y'all can hear me. Yeah, the journey that I'm on right now is great. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my journey. I can't rush it. You know what I mean? I can't change anything. I only could change myself. So, you know, I know where I'm headed. You feel me? I know where I'm heading, so I'm not really worried. Yes, I would like to be further in my trading journey, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's something that I gotta learn. There's something that I gotta master. There's something I gotta, you know, get programmed in my head before I go to that next level. And you know, and it only happens just by us trying and doing it every single day. It don't have to be every single day, every single week. Whatever you doing, man. Just if you grind on that motherfucker every day or every week, I'm telling you, you're gonna see success. And I always had that mindset, like if I stick to this for a very long time, or if I do this for a very long time, you know what I mean? I know I'm bound to have success. That's what all the greats say. Kobe, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Any multi-millionaire or billionaire that you know, they all gonna tell you, whatchamacallit. I lost my fucking train of thought. Then what's the aha moment you had? Aha moment. What you mean an aha moment, Dalton? Give a story time on how you learned trading or the biggest amount you made. How I learned trading. Okay. So how I got into trading, bro, is look, I got into trading. I was in high school when I first heard about trading. Literally, my older brother Jack, he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna put you onto something that's gonna make you money forever." I'm like, "Huh? What you mean? What you mean make money forever?" And I was like, "All right, bet. What it is, what it is." I think that day he didn't have time to like really tell me what it was. But whatchamacallit, I think the next day he was telling me, "Yeah, bro, this thing called trading, bro. It's like stocks. You could like buy and sell and make money that same moment, withdraw it, do it again." And I'm like, "Oh, what? Word? I heard of stocks. I know stocks. I hear about it. You know, people talking about buying stocks and stuff like that." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." Then he put me onto the demo account. He's telling me that he's trading the demo. He's practicing right now. You know what I mean? Showing me the bigger accounts. Not the bigger account, the big demo accounts, 100K. And, you know, I got started on the demo. What's good, son? Sancier? What's good? I hope I'm saying it, man. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Yes, sir. Glad to have you. Right now, we talking about the first time, you know, I got onto trading. I learned about trading. I got stuff from the Titanic. Oh, yeah? What you mean you got stuff from the Titanic? What you mean by that, gang? Like antiques? But whatchamacallit? So, yeah, I got started with the demo accounts. You know what I mean? I was making money in the demo accounts. I was losing it. But, you know, in the demo, you're just making a lot of money. And you're like, bro, what the fuck? I could make this amount? What? I could make $1,000 a day? You know what I mean? So it was just like, it was just mind blowing to me. That just fucking shook me. You feel me? Artifact. Search up on Google how deep is the Titanic. I know that shit is deep as fuck. I can't even search something up right now. My mouse is fucked up. But how deep it is though. You know what I mean? But whatchamacallit? Yeah. Started on demo. I remember being in school telling people about trading. And I was like, "Yeah, bro, you can make this amount on your phone, bro. You can make this amount. You can make 10 bands on your phone right now, bro. You don't gotta go to college, bro, and do this shit." Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "Man, you could do this shit on your phone." Niggas was not believing me at all, bro. Niggas was not listening to me. But it was like, "Man, that's a scam, bro." And like, "No, it's not." I remember showing one of my boys. I ain't gonna say his name, but I was like, "Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just made 5K right here, bro, today, bro." It was a demo account, of course. You know what I mean? But I was like, "Yeah, bro, I just made 5K. I was like, "Huh? What you mean you made 5K? I was like, "Yeah, bro. This thing called Forex, bro. You could do it on your phone. This and that, you know." All OG traders, they started with Forex, bro. All the OG traders know, like, you know what I'm saying, Forex. But if you're really old, you probably started with, like, I don't know, options. But Forex been here for a little minute. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, he did not believe me, bro. He thought it was a scam. He did not believe me. He did not take me serious when I told him that. It's when after I left high school, people started seeing me actually making money in trading. They started seeing my brother making money in trading. Then they started believing it. You feel me? But whatchamacallit? At first, bro, you tell people you trade, they gonna be like, "Huh? Okay." First, they gonna ask you, How much money you make? That's all they want to know. How much money you make? How much money you make? Bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning. I'm still in the learning process, bro. Hold on. But this is the possibility that could happen. You know what I'm saying? Give me some time. Feel me? Yeah, big bros are the biggest blessing. That's what's up, bro. Did your big bro put you on a trading, Dalton? Not even worth saying I told you. No cap. No cap. It wasn't, you know what I mean? I remember a lot of motherfuckers was like, yo, that trading shit really do work? I'm like, yes, bro. It does. You just gotta get your head out your fucking ass and learn it. Okay, I've been charging the mouse for a good 5 minutes now. 5 minutes, Dalton, and this shit still not moving, bruh. What the hell? Alright. We gotta figure this out, gang. We gotta figure this out. Hold on, y'all boys. We're gonna get this shit straight. Cause if we gotta do a just chat and stream today, we gonna do it. We gonna make it happen. If that's what we gotta do, we gonna do it. Yeah, Drip put me on. That's what's up, bro. Drip always been a real ass nigga, bro. To me, you know what I mean? He always been real. He always been a stand up guy. I fuck with Drip, bro. Shout out that boy Caleb. Damn, Dalton, we should react to one of his videos today. No cap. We should. No cap. But I gotta wait till my mouse fix. God damn. Bro. Oh my God, bro. I'm looking for the mouse. It's nowhere to be found. And I'm moving it. And it's like peeking up a little bit, but you can't see it. Bro. Come on, bro. This can't be real right now. This can't be real. Yeah, you could if you want. Yeah, fuck it, why not? That boy been working, man. Yeah. Shit, it look like it's gonna be a just chat and stream today. Mouse still fucked up. I'm so cooked. Oh my gosh, bro. And I'm just clicking in y'all ears. But there's nothing I could do. Let me blow in that motherfucker one more time. No diddy. Man, this mouse lucky I don't got hundreds and thousands of viewers right now, bro. I swear to God, bro. I swear this mouse is lucky, bro. It's like I gotta have backup mouse now. I gotta have like 2 to 3 backup mouses. Like, this shit is terrible. Yeah. Bruh. Oh my God. Alright, fuck it. Fuck it. Whatever. We're gonna put it back in the charging. Let's see what's up. Alright. So look, man. So we created the new Discord community, bro. The new Discord community. So for this community, man, I'm trying to make this community big. Like, we got the Fluid Trades community, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of people in the Fluid Trades community, no offense, a lot of them is old heads, and they ain't really ain't really rocking with the new content because I'm just like, I guess I'm just from what I've been told, I've been told that I curse a little bit too much. You know, I guess I got a lot of old folks in the fluid trades community, so that's kind of the reason why I created the other community. It's like for really niggas that's really fucking with the streams for real, that really want to be part of the streams. After that, whatchamacallit, I'm really not gonna be on the fluid trades community that much unless if I'm like live trading or whatever. Most of the time it's gonna be in the TFB community. The TFB community, I want to at least grow this shit to at least 5K, 5 to 10K this year. 5 to 10. I mean, we can do 5 to 10K, but I'm aiming for 5 to 10K. One of those. You know what I mean? We're gonna make this shit popping. We're gonna make this shit big, and I actually want to do like big stuff with this shit though, like on some like whatchamacallit, FaZe Clan, all the big groups, bro. That's actually grinding and putting work together. That's the type of shit I like. That's the type of shit I want to be on, bro. Like working together, grinding. You know what I'm saying? Not just hating on one another, bro. You feel me? Like I just feel like a lot of day traders, they got so much of a big ego that it's hard for them to like collab with other traders, bro. Like y'all gotta think about it, bro. In the trading community, there's not that much collabs if you think about it. On the other communities like streaming, YouTube, there's so much collabs, bro. There's so much collabs. Like I want to be able to like change that shit. You feel me? Like change the fucking mindset of day traders, bro. You don't always gotta be selling something to the audience. You know what I mean? Just be yourself. Create. Give out free stuff. You know what I mean? Interact. Get to know your fucking viewers. But one of the trading influencers I want to do something with is definitely FX Alex G, TJR. You feel me? TJR is funny as fuck. FX Alex G, Q Banks. He's one of the OGs. You know what I mean? Shout out to Q Banks. If you're an OG in the game, you definitely know who Q Bank is. You know what I'm saying? I remember being in high school, and I used to show females, you know what I'm saying, Q Bank's IG page. I might regret saying this in the future. This might sound cringy saying in the future, but I remember showing bitches Q Bank's IG in high school, and I'm like, bro, yeah, this is who I'm gonna be like, bro. If I stay consistent, if I stay disciplined in my trading stuff, and this is how I'm gonna be. You feel me? That's when Q Banks had the M4, a BMW, some other car, living, man. I remember being in high school just looking up to Q Banks, bro. Shout out to Q Banks, bro. He don't know how much inspiration like he created out, like, you know what I'm saying, in the trading community. Like so much inspiration. Okay, we still not getting no hope with the mouse, man. That's crazy, bro. I just want to have a good stream, bro. Come on. It's like, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Like, okay, we back. Oh my gosh, bro. We are back. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. We need a sip for this one. We need a sip. We need a sip. Woo. We need a sip. It's game time. It's over. It's over. It's time to get to work. Let's do it. It's time to get to work. It's time to get to work. Okay. Alright, we're gonna start the Notion video, man. We're gonna start the Notion video. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna set up the trade journal so we can like be organized, be disciplined and shit, you feel me? What we sipping on, I don't think I could say on YouTube, but fuck it. We sipping on some whiskey, you feel me? Something nice, something slow. Sipping on some straight whiskey. Ain't mixed with nothing. I mean, just to vibe out on the stream for real. On a Sunday night. Okay, we about to go to Notion.com. But first, let's go to Notion login. Hold up, y'all boys. Bruh. Okay. I'm trying to go into a Notion homepage. It's just not letting me. Come on, my boy. No, not Notion login page. Notion. God damn. All right, bet. Typical Haitian. I'm telling you, bro. They don't know what us Haitian goes through, bro. He said typical Haitian sipping on whiskey. LOL. All right, guys. All right, let me take the shades off for this one. Oh man, we're gonna take the shades off for this. This thing's kind of a little bit too bright. A little bit, just a little bit. All right. All right, bet. All right, so make sure everything is good. Okay. Let's bring this up. Okay. All right, so today, what we about to do, we about to set up our own personal trade journal. Completely free. You don't gotta pay nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna build it from scratch, and I'm gonna walk you through the whole process. You feel me? This is what I use. You know what I'm saying? I've been using it for a little minute now, so there's some things I might not be a pro at, but I'm gonna show you guys what I know, so you guys can have your own journal. You know what I mean? Your own journal. Feel me? And by the end of this video too, the link to the journal is gonna be in the description. So if you don't want to build this from scratch, you want to just jump straight to the journal, you could do that also. So what you want to do is head to Notion.com. You feel me? With Notion, you could do a lot of stuff, right? You could track your calendar, like your to-do list in your calendar. You could create like onboarding stuff, like right here, as you can see. A lot of cool stuff. You know what I mean? You can literally manage your whole business, your whole trading, whatever. Notes. If you're a student, this is perfect. If you work on multiple projects, online business projects, Notion is the way to go. So we're gonna get Notion if you don't got Notion. Feel me? What we're gonna do we're gonna do it for personal life. Of course, if you want to do it for work, you do it for work. And I hope my mic not even working. Hold on. Is my mic working? Okay, we good. All right. We could cut that out. All right, we're gonna do it for personal life. Click continue. All right. How do you want to use Notion? My own. Okay, what's on your mind? Project. We're gonna skip this for now. We're gonna let that load up, and boom. You know what I mean? As soon as you sign in and all that, this is gonna be like the default setup Notion got for you. You know what I mean? It's basically like a quick guide on how to use things. Click anywhere to just start typing. Hit slash to see all type of content. You can add / headers, videos, sub pages. This right here is basically telling you if you hit slash, right, all these other things pop up. If you want to create a header, a to-do list, you want to create a page, a table, all that good stuff. You know, you guys gonna take a look at this at your own time, but for us, we're gonna jump straight into creating a journal. So first, let me move my screen a little bit. Put that bit right here. All right. So first, we're gonna create a whole, like, you know what I'm saying, page. For you guys, it might be private. For some of you guys, it might not be under this private, but if it's under the private, you cool. Just click on the plus sign. We're gonna add a page. And we're gonna minimize this right here on the top left. And then we're just gonna name this page Trading Journal. Boom. Our Trading Journal. Perfect. Then what I usually do, right, on the top right here, I click on this, the three little buttons on the top right, and I click on full width. Right, so it could just move everything on the left. You know what I'm saying? Keep it nice and clean. All right. So now we're gonna create something that's called a database. A database is where, you know, basically where data is stored. You know what I mean? It could be a spreadsheet. It could be, it's similar to like a Google sheet. You know what I'm saying? But you could create multiple views of database. We're going to talk about that later. But the journal we actually going to, you know, reference from is this 10K challenge that I'm doing right now. I created a journal for this. It's right here. As you guys can see, we got the header. And right here, I got like the shots taken. You know what I mean? Shots took. Okay. I'm Haitian, so my grammar's kind of fucked up. But you know what I'm saying? Our first attempt on the 10K challenge was a fail. Right now, we about to head on to our second attempt. So this is just quick little checklist. You know, how many attempts that we did. Boom, 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 boom. Right now, we only did our first attempt. You know? So I created this Friday or Thursday. One of those. I think Thursday. The first couple of trades I think was took on the 17th, April 17th. So basically, the way this journal is, you know, I'm able to just document all my trades, right? From the pair, when it was open or close, you know, what's the day of it, the session, the time frame, the direction, was it a buy and sell, you know, the entry price, right? What is the correct entry price? You know, was it a break even? Was it a loss? All that information that we need to, you know, create like a good overview on our overall trading for that month or for that just that year or whatever. Okay, so what else? We got the exit price, we got the risk to reward, and we got the P&L, right? Every time we update our P&L, it sums up down here, which is pretty much synced to this little chart view right here on our right. So this is exactly what we're going to create today. All right, so let's go back to here on our page where we started from. Boom. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is literally press on slash. Oh, too much slash for us. Then we're going to type up table view. Table view, because we're creating a database to store in information. Okay, database. We're gonna name this database. To name it, you just click on these three buttons. Click on edit database. I'm just gonna name it. We're gonna call it Jiv Trading Journal. Boom, that's the title. For me, I like to hide it, right? Because we already know this is the trade journey. We already have our header right here. I usually hide it, so I'm gonna hide mine. And now we have a basic kind of like table in front of us. So now we gotta edit this table for us to store the information that we need to store inside that table, that database, to give us the visualization presentation that we need. I don't know if that makes sense, but it made sense in my head. Okay. All right, so if we go back to our journal, the first kind of like, I forgot the name of this. I want to say the first property. Yes, the first property is going to be a name property, which is right here, the name. We could, if you click on this, you can edit it, and we're going to call this pair. All right, and then you could add an icon if you want for the pair. Let's just add, what did we have for here? We just add an arrow. Let's do this, right? The pair. Boom. The next property that we added was the open and close date, right? The open and close date. So we're going to copy this, and we're going to create an open and close date property, right? Nope, not here. This plus sign right here. And then we're going to choose a date property right here. We're going to scroll down and click on the date property. Hopefully you guys can see it. You guys can see it. Then we're just going to paste this and name this open and close. So this right here, this open and close is gonna show, it's basically gonna have the dates of when our trade was open and when it was closed, right? We could add the end date right here. It started on June 27th, and then it ended on, not June 27th, April 27th, and it ended on April 3rd. Bang. You know what I'm saying? You already got it, kind of already seen the picture. Okay. Next property we're going to create is the day property. Right? What day was that trade taken? Feel me? For this, we're going to scroll down and select us and click on the select property. Right? And then we're going to call this day. Boom. And for this, what do we have as the icon? I guess we're gonna leave it another arrow, but like a down arrow. Blah blah blah. Let's just do this, right? And then you're gonna add an option, right? That's when you're able to add Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? So we're gonna do Monday. Big ass O. We're gonna do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What's good, Mark? Appreciate you tapping in, my boy. Great to have you, bro. Great to have you. Okay. So now for me, for my day properties, I like to have them as one color. All right. So we're just going to do default gray for all of them. Default gray. Boom. Default gray. So now, whatever day our trade was taken, all we got to do is just select that, and it'll be on a Monday. Boom. Next property that we got online is sessions. Session. What session was it on? You feel me? So we're going to click the plus sign again, and then we're going to scroll down to our select property. And then we're going to name this sessions. So Mark, right now, we're creating a trade journal right now using Notion. Session is for us, we only trade New York, sometime Asia, sometime London. For you add your session in there. For us, we're gonna leave it right here. And what color was our session? We had all of them blue, I think. Oh, you can have them different colors, right? Like Asia, we could have red. NY, we could have blue. London, we could have like purple. That's my colors. It could be the same. It don't have to be the same. Feel me? All right. So next property we got in line. We got the time frame. Same thing. All right. Before we continue, let's just click on the clock. Was it the session that had the clock? Yeah, the session had the clock emoji. Y'all could add your own emoji on it too. You feel me? But since I'm doing it with you guys, I'm gonna show you guys the work. We could do this one right here. Now you could choose the session that you traded in. Next property that we got time frame. Was it the M5? Was it the M3? Same thing. We're gonna scroll down to the select property. And we're gonna add the option. M1, M3, M5, M15, M30, H1, H4, daily, weekly, monthly, for those who trade monthly, right? It's too much properties, so we don't even need to mess around with the colors. I'm gonna just leave it like this, right? Then we forgot to name this. We're gonna name this time frame. For me, I'm just put TF, stand for time frame, and the icon for time frame was a search icon. Oh. Honestly, you could put whatever. For real. We don't got time to look for that magnifying icon. Okay, so we got the time frame, right? Boom. Next property that we got in line, we got the direction. Was it a buy or was it a sell? Which one? Feel me? So next, select property. Again, most of this is gonna be a select property. So stay focused with me, okay? Okay, so we did the time frame. Now we on the direction. Name this direction. And then the icon for this will be like 2 arrows going up and down. Gotta keep it player. Okay. Was it a buy? Was it a sell? You know what I mean? Or if you guys want to do shorts, longs, whatever you guys want to do, you know what I mean? Sometimes for me, I add, is it an open? Is it still open? Right? It's still open. It's an open trade. Feel me? Boom. Now we have, see if that's the only one I had. Okay. What's actually, the open is on the status of the trade. So we're going to remove that. On the direction, we're going to click on edit. Then we're going to delete open one. We're just going to leave the buy and sell. Okay. Let's make this a little smaller, guys. Let's keep it nice and minimalistic. Okay. Next property, the entry price. Okay. Entry price. For me, the entry price, the type of property it is, for me, I'm going to put text, because reason why I have it as a text instead of a number, because I want to be sometime on a pair, I'll be in more than one entry. So using the text property, I'm able to add 2 entry price numbers. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Entry price The icon for that. It's entering the door. Boom. Okay. So what I mean putting two entry price. For example, let's just say it was trading whatever pair and we had two positions. One position was 1.23456 and another position was I'll put 1.23455 or whatever. Right? Now I documented two of the position, but it's on that US 100 pair. I hope you guys understand what I mean. So we're gonna leave it like this. The next one we have is the status. Right? What's the status of the trade? Was it a win? Was it a loss? Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Be honest. And we're gonna do a select property. We're gonna name this status. And what was the icon for status? Regular. You could choose whatever icon you want. We're gonna keep ours regular. Was it a win? A loss? Was it a break even? Or was it is it still open? Boom. Just like that, we're gonna make this loss red, make the win green, and boom. Just like that. It's coming together, guys. It's coming together. Okay. We did status. Now the exit price. Exit price is the same thing with entry price. So what we're gonna do, we're literally gonna just right click on this and then duplicate the property. Boom. And then we're just gonna move this after the status. Then we're just gonna right click on this and just edit this to say exit price. Boom. And we're gonna have this like leaving the door. I don't know, this icon look like it's like leaving, you know what I mean? So that's why I use it as the exit price, and the other one look like it's entering, so I use it as the entry price. Okay, boom. So we got entry price, status, and exit price. We almost there. Next is the risk to reward ratio, right? Okay. Same thing, click on the plus, go to the select, and then you can leave the icon however you want. Then we're gonna name this the RR. Boom. Right, and for the RR is up to you, right? Whatever your RR is it a 1 to 1? Feel me? Or 1 to 2, 1 to 3. However y'all say it, you know, y'all might say 2 to 1, 3 to 1. Same thing to me. Feel me? Okay. Whatever y'all want to put here for the risk reward ratio. Okay. Next, we got the P&L. Last, we got the P&L, right? The P&L is what's going to make the numbers show on the chart. You know what I mean? What really makes the big difference. Okay. P&L, we're going to have a number for the P&L. We're going to do here, right? We're going to name this P&L. Then we're gonna number format, we're gonna leave it as US dollar, and then we're gonna keep it how it is, just like this. And boom, just like that, you pretty much have a trade journal. right? You pretty much have your own personal trade journal. You don't even need all that extra little fancy stuff that you gotta pay for. For example, right? If you on this default version right here, you can literally start tapping in your trade. If you click on new, right? It was a, let's just say, gold trade. Right? It was open on, let's just say, Monday. Right? It's still, let's just say it's still open right now, or you just closed it today on the same day. So you just leave it on April 28th. The day was a Monday. The session was New York. Time frame was 15. Direction was a buy. Entry price was 1 point something something something. The price was 1 point something something. Status, a W, P&L. You know what I'm saying? With the P&L, if it's a loss, you gotta make sure you put the negative. Right? For example, if you lost a negative $100, you put a negative $100. Right? The risk reward, whatever it was, boom. But if it's just a positive win, you just put $100. Call it a day. Boom. And just like that, you're able to document your trades. But we're going to do some more customization inside the actual trade. For example, what we're going to work on next is you're literally going to be able to add the pictures, your checklist, all right here. Last thing we're going to do, not the last thing we're going to do, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to, right under the P&L, just going to go here. And then we're going to click on calculate. And then we're going to click on more options. And then we're going to click on sum. The stream audio is cutting. Okay. Probably because I'm touching the wire. Hopefully it didn't cut out too long. How long did it cut out, Dalton? So I can know what to repeat. Every 2 seconds? Damn. Okay. That's crazy. I hope I don't have to redo this video. If I have to, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Join the stream on your phone. Okay. I'm gonna see what's up. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, let me check right now. I can't do it. Plugging it up. I'm not double good. Okay, damn. It said we've been shooting for an hour now. Okay, damn. It said we've been shooting for an hour now. Okay. Okay, damn. It said we've been shooting for an hour now. Alright. I think we good. Okay, so now you guys got the basic setup. Now it's time to do some, more inside customization. All right. So the way we're gonna do the inside customization, if I'm not mistaken, is if you go right here on the left, on the right, we're gonna create us a template. This template is gonna basically be a template that's gonna be used every time we're logging in a trade. So it's gonna be very beneficial, and I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. So on this template, right? Let's just say you're trading a specific pair, only trading Nas 100 or whatever, right? Nas 100. All right, we're gonna name this template Nas 100. So now we're gonna leave everything how it is, but we're gonna go down here. And if we go to our journal, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. For example, this trade right here. If we scroll down, we have these. We have more information on the right or below it. For example, depending on the model that you're using, you can have the before and after picture. Let me show you guys a better example. Just don't have the before and after. Okay. Example right here, right? We have the before picture and we have the after picture. This is what we're going to set up on our journal right now. So the way we do that is, right? First, we need a heading. So we're going to do slash, and then we're going to do a heading 3. We're going to name this before. All right, and then we're going to do a slash. We're going to do image. We're going to leave this alone. Then we're going to do slash again, heading 3. We're going to name this after. Boom. We're going to do slash again. We're going to do image. Boom. Now we're able to, paste in our image from whatever chart that we was looking at. TradingView, MC5, whatever. For example, if we was on TradingView, let's just say TradingView, right? Okay. And on TradingView right here, look how price reacted off this 50%. So beautiful. All the way up. Just beautiful. But if, let's just say we wanted to take a picture of this screen. What I do, I just click here right here. I don't know, you guys can't even see that. Hold on. I'm so considerate for you guys. Like, come on, man. Y'all can't say I don't want to help y'all boys. So on TradingView, we got this little camera icon right here. I click on this and I click on the copy image and I go on my trading journal, right? We go back on our trading journal and we just gonna basically paste this in there. What should I call it? Am I tweaking? Okay, I know what I did wrong. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually delete this instead of having the image. You can have the image right here, right? Where you just download the image and then just upload it. But for us, we're gonna do it a faster way. All right, we're gonna do it a faster way. All right, you could do that. That's cool, but that's a long process. What we're gonna do, we're gonna delete this. Then we're gonna delete this. Let's go back. What was a call out? Okay. What we're gonna do, right? Right under the before, we're gonna click slash and we're gonna type in call out. Click on call out. And then where we had on this, you could give it an icon. We're gonna give it an image icon. We just have this. Then we're gonna duplicate this and drag it right under after. Boom. So now what I was saying with the copy, right? When you go to TradingView, click on the camera icon on the top right, click on copy, go back to trading our trading journal. Oops, what happened? Hopefully you guys could stay along, because I know it could get could get a lot of confusing. So let's go back to our template. If you left for your template, all you got to do is go back here, click down on the arrow, click on the template, edit this template, click on edit, and now we back to editing. So now we back to editing our template. So now for me, all I do is just paste in the image. Boom. That's it. Paste that bit. Once it hits CPR SL, I'll just paste the aftermath. And boom. Just like that. You don't gotta go to your downloads and all that, blah blah. You feel me? Nice and clean. So the next thing we got on our journal, right, is our entry criteria checklist. Right? If you want yours to look exactly like mine's, the way we did this is literally like this. Right? Everybody need an entry criteria. Everybody need an entry criteria. If you're a scalper, you still need some type of entry criteria. But you know, for us, we're trying to be great, man. Trying to be great. Okay, so for this entry criteria, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create another call out section. So / call out. Then we're gonna name this entry criteria. For this icon, we're gonna put like a checklist. We could leave this color, and we're gonna name this. We're gonna do a / again. We're gonna do a heading, and we're gonna name this entry criteria. Boom. Then you're gonna hit enter, and then you're gonna hit / again, and you're gonna type to do. Now you're able to type in the to-do list, whatever. For example, price at order block, right? Or cross EMA. You know, whatever your entry criteria is, you know, you'll write it down. Since we have our entry criteria now, we need a exit criteria. Just going to duplicate this, name this exit criteria. Boom. And then we could change the color of this just by highlighting it, changing the text color to green for entry. Exit, we're going to change the text color to red. Boom. Okay. Boom, just like that, we get in there. And your exit criteria could be reach key zone, whatever your exit criteria is. You know what I mean? And then next, I believe under our our entry and exit criteria, we have notes, right? If you want to document, add some notes to your journal, you know, you could do that. For example, you could, you know, probably document your emotions. How was your emotion throughout that trade? Let's go back to our journal. We're going to do space. Then we're going to type call out again. Then we're going to change the icon for this. Like note or pen. Like this, normal color, and we're gonna name this. We're gonna do / heading. We're gonna name this notes. Boom. And for the notes, right, you could do bullet points. So you could do / and do bullet list, right? Oh. Then just duplicate it. So like four usually is enough. And boom, just like that, you have your before, after, entry, exit criterias, and notes to document your trades. To me, that's a good little trade journal right here. So if you took so we're gonna save this, right? So I'm gonna show you guys an example, right? So if we click on new, right? When you click on a new, when you ready to log in a new journal or whatever, like journal a specific trade, and you want that same template, all you gotta click on here, right? On that template called NAS 100. For you guys, it might be a little different, and it's just gonna pop up everything here. But what we forgot to do, we forgot to edit the template a little bit. So let's go back, drop down the arrow, go on edit, go back to edit, and then we're just gonna remove these pictures. So every time that we logging in a new trade, these images won't pop up. So now we're gonna leave it just like this. So now when we are documenting a trade, we click on new, click on the NAS 100 template, boom, you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? You type in the open and close, the day, the session, the rest, add your before and after pictures, the entry criteria, did it meet all your entry criteria, you good to go, your notes. So now when you document all these trades, right, you're able to go back to your trades and see exactly why you took that specific trade, right? Did it meet most of your criterias, or did it not? Did it meet at least three out of 5 of your criterias? You know what I mean? Or, you know what I'm saying, 2 out of 1 of your criterias? Most likely, if it didn't, you know what I'm saying, it could, you know what I'm saying, show an indication that that's probably why that trade wasn't the best trade. So it's just good to just overview your trades and just go back to what did you do, you know. And for us to be good, a great trader, we need to do that. We need to, you know what I'm saying, be able to go back to our trades. So we're not done yet, right? We're not done with our journal. I know it looks kind of whack right now, but once we start adding some dummy logs, you guys are going to be able to see it, how it's coming out together. So let's do that right now. We're just going to add some dummy logs. Boom. Time frame, weekly, blah, blah, blah. Status, open. Boom. Okay, we're gonna just duplicate this a couple of times, so I could just show you guys, you know, how would it, you know, look after you guys log in a couple of trades. Boom. Okay. So now, let's see what else we're missing on the forefront. So this little arrow right here, you guys are able to do the same thing on the template. For example, when you edit the template, you can add an icon to the template. For example, you could put this arrow, you could put it blue, yellow, whatever color you want. So now every time you log in a new trade and you click on the NAS 100 template or whatever pair template you have, it's gonna look like that now on your database. You know, pretty clean, pretty neat. So now, guys, what we're gonna do is create. We're gonna do the chart last. Actually, we're gonna do the chart last. What we're gonna do the views. The views is pretty important. The views is basically this right here, guys. See how it have this one table view called all. They have this one table view called buys and sell. We're able to see with these, we're going to be able to see all our buys and all our sell trades. And we're going to create another view to see all our probably like open trades or whatever. You know what I mean? And you could customize this however you want, but we're gonna do the buys and sell right now. So the way to do this is right here, right on the left here, right on top of your table. We're just gonna rename this to all trades. Boom. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna duplicate this view, right? We're gonna right click and duplicate. Duplicate. God damn. Then we're gonna name this buys, right? Then we're gonna name this buys, right? Just press enter. So now we're able to see all trades and buys. But for us to see all our buy trades, we're gonna need to add a filter. First, let me customize this. I don't like how my cells are green. Okay, boom. Let's just change this to a buy. Boom. Okay. And let's also duplicate this also. And we're gonna name this cells. Boom. All right. For us to only see buy trades, we need to add a filter. So we're gonna right click on this, right? And then we're gonna edit view. And right on the right, we're gonna add a filter. And this filter is gonna be on the direction, right? Which is buys only. So right off the bat, you guys can see we can only see our buys trades. If we click on this view right here, we're gonna see all our trades. If we click on this view right here, we're gonna see all our buys. And now we're gonna do the same thing for our sells. Right click, edit view, go on filter, direction, click on it, click on sell. Now we're able to see all our sell trade. So boom, just like that, you have a sweet little trade journal, bro. You feel me? All right, so now it's time to do the chart, the little, chart right here that shows the total P&L of your account. So if we go back on our journal, if we go down here, do some space, let's take a sip. Great stream, by the way, guys. Great fucking stream, man. All right, so we're gonna do slash, then we're gonna do chart. The kind of chart that we want a donut chart. And for us to have this chart, we gotta link it to a specific database. Remember, we name our database Jiv Trading Journal. So we need to click on this database so we could get the information that we need from that specific database. Boom. Just like that. So now we need to know what should it show, right? As you guys can see right here, we need to show the total P&L, right? Boom. And what we need to do is count. Oh, hold on. Sort by. Let's see. Okay, how did we have this? Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Okay, there we go. We summed it up. So each price. Hold on. Sorry, guys. It's been a minute since I did this, John. Okay, it's a P&L. It was summed up. We go back. Open and close. What to show? Open and close. Relative. Okay. So now let's go to open and show. Relative. Count. Let's go to each slice represents. We're going to click on P&L. and we're gonna click on sum. Boom. There we go. If that was a bit too fast, please go back a little bit. You know? But what we did is, we're going to edit. We want the what to show to be open and close and have it on relative. Then after, on each slice represent, it's going to be the P&L, and we're going to sum it up. As soon as you do that, we're good to go. Boom, right here. Our total P&L, as you can see, is 8,100, and our little chart say 8,100. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here. See these little dots? We're gonna click and hold and drag it right next to our database. Boom. There you go. We're gonna move this right here. Right? And boom. There you go. Now you have a nice little solid trade journal to go by. Right? But when you guys starting off with this trade journal brand new, you guys need to document the starting number, the starting balance, right? For example, as you guys can see here, you have to create a property, not a property, but you got to create, for example, your starting balance. All right, when you're starting, this is the first thing you need to do. Starting balance. Add an icon of a flag. Right, where you started at, the P&L, let's just say $1,000. Started with $1,000. Now you know, okay, this is my starting balance, which was $1,000, and whatever was made on top of that is what's added up on here. And boom, guys, there you have it. You got your own little personal trade journal, bro. You know what I'm saying? It don't gotta be complicated. It don't gotta be doing too much. As long as you're able to document your trades properly, you feel me? Meaning, meaning you're able to log in your open and close, the specific day, the session, the time frame, the direction, the entry price, exit price, the status, the P&L, the risk to reward, all that good stuff. I might be missing some, but if you guys want to add some more to your database, you guys can just click on add a property, whatever it is. Is it a text, number? You want to have the select options where you could have multiple select options. Do that. You feel me? Whatever you guys want to do, be creative with it. You know what I'm saying? If you guys come up with some better trade journals, send it in the Discord. The Discord is down in the description. Send it in the Discord. Share what you got with the community, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we all here to help each other out. Feel me? But yeah, you're able to document your before and after trades, all that good stuff, your entry criteria, your exit criteria, the notes. So now we're able to go back and document everything and see what we did wrong, our trades, what trades was buys, what trades was sells. And we actually gonna duplicate this, right? So we could see what trades was wins and losses. So we're gonna have this called losses. Let's see if we could do that actually, because it might be a little bit tricky. No, it's not. What I'm talking about, because we have that specific property. This filter, excuse me. We're actually going to delete this filter. On the losses, we're going to create a new filter. And we're going to put the status. And we're going to put the status as loss. So now we're able to see all our losses, our loss trades, and our wins trades. So we're going to duplicate this again to show our wins. We're going to duplicate, name this wins. And then we're going to edit the filter. Make sure we delete this filter. Then we're going to add a new filter. We're going to status. Then we're going to win. Boom. Now we're able to see all our wins trade on our account. Boom. Just like that, bro. This right here alone is going to help us stay disciplined with all our trades, bro. Like, me personally, guys, I really want to get out the habit of just taking random trades, so much random trades, and not having a real plan behind that trade. Like, I'm kind of fed up. I'm kind of tired of it. And that's why I kind of like, went deep in this trade journal. You feel me? So, look, man, I hope you guys like this. If you guys have any question, leave it down below. I would love to answer you guys, and I would love to help you guys. You know what I mean? If you guys want to chat, I'm in the Discord community. Shoot me a message. Holla at me. Feel me? Appreciate y'all boys, bro. No fucking cap. So far, so good, man. Great stream, great stream. I hope my mic is not cutting off. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put back on the shades, and we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna play that Uno and Max. You feel me?
Yeah. How to keep playing?
Black boy math.
How to keep real? Walking in, why they stare? Feeling like the man of the year. Man of the year. Feeling like the man of the year. Man of the year. Oh. How to keep it player? Keep playing with your hands in the air. Big stick on me, how playing field. Nah, I don't care. If it that day, then it probably won't care.
We going to space with that one, you know what I'm saying? Dalton.
Baby, come here. I know what you like, you gotta say. I know what you like, you gotta say. This not the time that we like to play. I'm trying to find a little time today. Girl, you looking a little fun today. I really fuck with you, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. I fuck with you, I'm trying to find a way. I fuck with you, I get no time to wait. I fuck with you, baby, I cannot wait. I still with you just like the. I still with you just like PB and J. I'm trusting you, baby, you ain't gotta play.
All right, how long we been streaming for? We've been streaming for a good what? Good 1 hour and almost 30 minutes. Let's go. Let's get it. Damn. So, Dalton, what you think, bro? You think this is like that journal video? You think that's gonna be like a good 30, 40-minute video, bro? Oh, okay. I thought I exit out of OBS real quick. I was about to say. Okay. All right, y'all boys. You know what I mean? We just knocked this out. Now it's time to chill and vibe out for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do some reaction videos. I said I was going to do some reaction videos. We're going to definitely got to knock it out for today. Feel me? All right. Been like, man, yeah. What's good, my boy? What question you got for me, Dalton? Let's go to YouTube. Man, like, man, yeah. Hey, man, yeah. Okay. All right. Who we reacting to today, man? You dig? Let's react to Jiv. Come on now. We got Max. Yeah, boys, I be spamming my brain with hella motivational videos, bro. Like hella motivational videos. We got Stacks on the fucking GTA. We got Brez. Okay. We got that boy Jackpot. Shout out that boy Jack. You feel me? We working, bro. Okay, so video I wanted to react to was, damn, I should have saved that motherfucker. Honestly, I seen it yesterday. Insta, Facebook. Oh, why you don't post on other platforms? So I'm only posting on TikTok and YouTube, bro. TikTok and YouTube is my two best friend right now. That's the two platform I want to focus on. Facebook, honestly, to me, Facebook is dead for real. You know what I'm saying? There's everybody on Facebook just be watching. They ain't interacting with nothing. Feel me? And Instagram, bro. Instagram is just a whole bunch of watchers, bro, that's just watching your shit, not even engaging or really supporting you. They just there to see what you do, see what you doing. Motherfuckers will watch your stories. You will post, right? You will make a post and you will share that shit to your story, and niggas will watch your story and not even go like your post. Shit crazy, bro. That's why I'm off of IG, man. TikTok is gonna find the real motherfuckers that fuck with you for you. You feel me? Like, TikTok gonna find the motherfuckers that fuck with you, and YouTube gonna do the exact same thing. YouTube gonna put your videos in front of people that actually want to see your videos. TikTok gonna do the same thing. IG gonna put that shit in front of niggas that just watching your page, stalking your page. That shit's fucking annoying. I swear, IG algorithm is fucking whack. Unless it's an IG reel. Unless it's IG reel. But at the same time, IG reel is like, bruh. Son, that's true, but it's still bred on each platform. I agree, bro. I agree. Me personally, TikTok and YouTube, I think that's gonna be the one. Like, for real, Instagram, bro. Instagram is gonna be where I just post my fits and like cool lifestyle stuff, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. But definitely in the future, I'm gonna open up some Instagram clipping pages for sure. For sure. TikTok got the best algorithm in my opinion. I agree too, bro. I agree, man. I don't know what type of algorithm TikTok got, but boy, they know what a motherfucking For You page mean. Like, the type of shit that come across my For You page, I'll literally be thinking of it a minute before. A minute before I seen a video, I was thinking of that motherfucker. Ask me how do they do it? I do not know. That is beyond my knowledge. It's probably some alien tech. Who knows? You know? Right, is that search engine shit, bro. They got data from fucking, what's that show called? Star Trek. I think it's Star Trek, yeah. Data the fucking computer nigga, where he just knows everything. You can ask him a question, he will just tell you it right away. I think that's what TikTok is, bro. Like a super computer. Alright, let's find something to react to though, y'all boys. Okay, let's see what FX Alex G got going on though. Man, that, yeah. Okay. We need something very entertaining, bro, boys. Very like entertaining. I made 400K day trading to prove it's not luck. I seen this. I want to watch something I did not see yet. Man, yeah. See, this is why we gotta like have the Discord community on point. Like, I need niggas to like send videos in for me to react to, like good videos though. React. I already watched Mac video, so I videos that I will watch, I'm not gonna react to them because it's gonna be a fake reaction, you know. What's the point of the reaction if it's not real? Okay, hold on. Let me go on my other YouTube channel real quick, y'all boy. We might have some shit popping there. Feeling like the man that, yeah. Yeah.
How to keep playing, pulling up, how to keep railing, walking in, why they stare, feeling like the man of the year, man of the year, feeling like the man of the year, man of the year, oh.
The hardest. I swear to God.
Tell me it's just serious. I'm pouring this lean up. I got ace and I'm promethazine up. My bitch better sleep on my codeine up. I just smash when I want, I don't need her. Yeah, do the dash was I'm off for the meter. Yeah, do the dash was I'm off for the meter. Yeah.
I actually found a good video to react to. Our boy Justin. Our boy Justin just dropped some. Hold on, let me show you. If y'all don't know Justin Whirling, great content creator, bro. Great trader also. Let's talk about God. For a reason, market actually move. That's pretty. This is a pretty interesting video. I wanna see what my boy got to say. It's a pretty interesting video.
Welcome to episode 3 of Trade.
Yo, Dalton, let me know if y'all can hear me. Hold on, let me know if y'all can hear the video, to be exact.
Trade School. This is going to be one of the most important videos because we're building the foundation off of what we actually trade. So we talked last video about liquidity and kind of the importance of, the foundation of why that's so important in our trading. But in this video, we're going to dive a little bit further and talk about draw on liquidity. When we're looking at, the reasons why the actual market moves. And
all right, sounds levels good. All right, bet. Okay. All right, we watching the 4 reason markets actually move. Hint, draw on liquidity explained. Feel me? By my boy Justin Whirling. I hope I'm saying it right. Let's get it.
welcome to episode 3 of Trade School. This is going to be one of the most important videos because we're building the foundation off of what we actually trade. So we talked last video about liquidity and kind of the importance of, the foundation of why that's so important in our trading. But in this video, we're going to dive a little bit further and talk about draw on liquidity. When we're looking at, the reasons why the actual market moves and understanding why the market moves, where the market's going, and also start to frame sort of trade ideas from this video. So there's a couple things we're going to go over. Draw on liquidity, the 4 reasons why markets move, fair value gaps, to give you the right understanding of the foundation of this actual strategy. So without further ado, what is the actual reasons why the market moves? Now, there's 4 reasons why the markets move. Number 1, to hunt liquidity, right? We obviously are going to highs and lows, to areas of liquidity. The second thing that we do is rebalance to fair value gaps. Now, we're going to get in this video about what a fair value gap is. Fair value gaps are also called inefficiencies. So either rebalance to fair value gaps, rebalance to inefficiencies. The third thing is rebalance to equilibrium. We'll also go into that in this video. And the fourth thing is to generate liquidity. Now, the market and the way the algorithm moves is we generate liquidity to then go take that liquidity. And a lot of the foundation of this strategy and what I want you guys to understand is that this is based on logic. When we are focused on building confidence and conviction with this strategy, we must know that.
That's tough how he call it trade school. That's a fact. I fuck with it too. It's like we always learning. There's always something to learn.
This is the logic.
Always.
as to why the market moves. So any trade or any idea that we have in the market needs to have this as the foundation. So with that being said, I want to jump into what a fair value gap is. Now, a fair value gap is a 3-candle formation, and normally for the upside, it looks something like this. So when we have an expansion move, notice this middle candle here. We end up leaving a gap between these 3 candles. So if we look to the left all the way through, what's actually happening here? Well, this gap is just the body of this candle. So we're taking the 3rd candle, the top of the wick, to the bottom of the 3rd candle wick. And notice this gap is created from just the body of this internal candle here on the 3rd candle. So what does this normally say? Why is this important? Well, what happens is if one of the reasons why the markets move is to rebalance inefficiencies. And not only that, but we use it as an area of support. And a lot of the time the market will rebalance to these inefficiencies and these fair value gaps to then continue back higher towards the upside. So this is an example of a bullish fair value gap. Now, there's also inverse fair value gaps. And inverse fair value gaps are an idea where we can understand what is the actual order flow. And what I mean by order flow is the market bullish or is it bearish? So what normally would happen?
If y'all watching, tell me your experience with fair value gaps. Because for me, higher time frame fair value gap just be hitting, just be on point. I don't know why, but the H1 FVG, H4 FVGs, them shits be powerful, bro. It's like a real rubber band, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like a real pad of the market, if y'all get what I'm saying.
What happen is we can end up breaking through this fair value gap, and then it'll end up acting as an inverse. So we could break through it, come back up, act as resistance, and then continue towards, if there is a draw on liquidity to the downside, we would end up running through it, showing that the market is not bullish and we want to go back higher. If the market is bullish and there's liquidity resting above.
Nah, you gotta try it, Dalton. What? You got to, bro. 15 minute or higher, bro. 15-minute or higher FVGs, bro. Shit slaps every single time. Not every single time, but 80% of the time, it's going to respect it.
The market would pull back, respect this bullish fair value gap, and then go higher towards whatever the draw on liquidity is being buy side. So now let's look at an example of what a bearish fair value gap looks like. So a bearish fair value gap is basically the same thing. It's a 3-candle formation to the downside, and we end up opening this gap. This is what would be our bearish fair value gap. And again, in the same case scenario here, we would expect price to rebalance to this inefficiency. If we are bearish, we would expect price to reject and go back lower. And if we're bullish, we would want to see this get ran through to the upside and act as an inverse fair value gap. So now that we kind of have a basic understanding of a fair value gap, let's get into some further concepts and actually dive into the charts and understand, number one, how can we use fair value gaps? Because we use them for entries, which we'll get into in a later video when we dive further into the strategy. But more importantly, we use it to confirm a bias and understand what the draw on liquidity is with liquidity and fair value gap. So let's understand what the draw on liquidity means. So just looking at a blank chart here, I have buy side and sell side liquidity marked. And when we're trying to figure out where the draw is, basically the draw is just saying, where do we think the market is drawing to, right? As a magnet, because we know that the market loves to hunt areas of liquidity. And when we can look at use areas of liquidity and fair value gaps to base an opinion, the market's going to give us a better understanding of how we can look to frame a trade. So for example, market comes back down, sell side gets taken. And now again, what happens after sell side gets taken? We're starting to move back inside the range to possibly now go back to buy side liquidity. Now, why do fair value gaps matter? Well, let's get into a further example. So what I'm going to do is this is actually where we are in price action right now. So I'm going to go squunch up the chart and I'm going to go pick an area over here and I'm going to run through the exact same thing, but how we can use fair value gaps as well. So we're at a random place in the chart and I'm going to do a top-down analysis. First thing I'm going to do is look at the daily. What's happening here? Well, what I can base is there's a fair value gap to the left of us that we're still holding bullish. Internal sell side liquidity has been taken. And there is a bearish daily fair value gap here. So what could I possibly expect to see? Well, right now, I would want the draw on liquidity to be higher because we just took out sell side liquidity. So now that sell side liquidity is taken, I would want to see us go back to buy side. Now, when we talked about generated liquidity earlier, what does that look like? All of this is generated liquidity, right? Because what are we doing on our way towards the downside? we're generating all of these buy side levels to eventually then get ran. So what would I need to see here for me to have conviction and confidence that the draw on liquidity first is this high? Because this is the internal high. This is the first high of this move. And I would want to see all of this liquidity get ran. But what do I need to see first for this high to become the draw on liquidity? I need to see the daily fair value gap get ran through. Because if we're still bearish, I would expect this to still hold and go back lower. But because sell side has been taking, I'm looking for the reaction and a change in order flow. So I'm looking at that bearish fair value gap, and I want to see it get ran through to the upside. So we'll see what price does here. So we'd still be waiting. So now, boom, first thing, daily fair value gap gets ran through. We're starting to move to the upside. Now that this has happened, I can have confidence in saying that the draw on liquidity is this buy side level. So now this is where I can really look to start framing a trade, because on the bigger time frame, I have an idea of where price actually wants to go now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to say, okay, well, there's a bullish fair value gap right here. Maybe we could see price rebalance to this, or maybe we just want to continue back higher. But we know where the market is drawing to. We know we're drawing towards those highs. So market comes back down to this fair value gap. Now this is where I would be looking to take a long. We come back down to the fair value gap. Stop would be at the recent low. Now we're going to get into further in-depth, more entry models later on in the series. But I just want to show you guys just an example of me picking a random point in the chart and having an idea of what the draw is. Sell side's been taken. We've ran through the daily fair value gap. We've now pulled back to an inefficiency, right? What is another reason why market moves? We rebalanced inefficiencies. And because the draw on liquidity is higher now, I'm expecting this fair value gap to hold bullish and go towards buy side. So let's watch and see how this plays out. You can see we get bought up immediately. We're still waiting, and we're still waiting, and boom, buy side ends up getting taken. So just by looking and using the differences between liquidity and fair value gaps, we can immediately have an advantage and an edge in the market of understanding where do we actually want to go in the market, right? So having an understanding just by using, say, hey, sell side gets taken, we're holding a bullish imbalance on the bigger time frame. If this gets ran through, I know we're going to go to this recent high, right? So now let's continue to watch this. So since that daily fair value gap got ran, I'm still expecting, again, all of this generated liquidity to be taken. So I'm still expecting price to go higher. Now, what could I maybe expect? Well, if there's a bigger time frame fair value gap here, we can look to maybe rebalance to it and then continue higher. So I want to zoom out and say, okay, we have a daily fair value gap that just opened up. And there's also another fair value gap right here too. So I'd want to see if price wants to come back down, rebalance into this, and look to see price go lower. So this actually, I believe was some sort of news move, but we end up selling all the way back down after the internal sell side level. So again, at this point, my bias is now completely new. There's new data to the chart. I'm not super bullish. I want to just let the market continue to provide more context, because right now we've taken internal buy side, again, falling right back inside the range after taking buy side. So right now I would want to see and let price do its thing. What do we want to do? Right now we're just chopping and again continuing to consolidate in this range right now. Now this gap that we just ended up creating right here, we end up gapping down to the downside. Market opens. From Friday to Sunday, this is the new week opening gap. We run through this. What would I maybe expect? Possibly back to the internal buy side. Internal buy side here gets taken. Start to fall back inside the range. But again, on the bigger time frame, keep in mind, we're still holding that daily inverse fair value gap that we ran. So we're still looking to see buy side get taken here. But again, right now, all of this is just consolidation. So we end up selling all the way back. Again, consolidation. Market is super choppy, super unclear. Not the point where we should be putting on a lot of trades unless it's more clear. So we continue to fall back inside the range. So now, let's take a look at where we are right now in price, zoom back out, and let's build a new bias from this. So looking at the 4 hour, this is now kind of what I'm seeing in price.
I mean, he got some good points, especially like price drawing back to liquidity. Price is always, not always, but most likely price will like to test liquidity again, bro. Liquidity is like a magnet. It's just like pulling price towards it, right? To wipe out everybody at sell. If you shorten at a high liquidity zone, it's always going to want to draw price back to that level just so it could, take on liquidity.
Price. There's a 4 hour fair value gap that's bearish to the left of us. There's sell side that was generated below, sell side here, and we all.
But I do love how he incorporated a lot of FVGs in his strategy for sure.
Also, just took internal buy side. So just by looking at this chart, what would I say my bias is? I would say I'm most likely bearish. I want to see price continue back lower. So what would I be looking for here? An internal model. Well, we already rebalanced back to this fair value gap, so I could already be looking to take a short on the bigger time frame from this fair value gap, looking to see price go lower. So right now, I would have a bias that I want to see price draw towards these lows. Now, if I'm looking for an internal trade, this is what I would want to see. So I want to see price do exactly what it's doing right now, pushing back into this fair value gap. These internal highs are getting taken, and I want to see an internal model play out here. So I'm waiting. I'm not fully bearish yet. I'm waiting. And right now, again, there's still no trade. If we want to break through this, there's still no trade for me because there's no internal model, right? We don't get displacement through the low, which we'll get into another video, which is the change in the state. Right now, we just want to focus on drawing liquidity. So right now, I'm still waiting, and we fall back inside the range. So what's happening here? When we zoom out, we end up breaking through this fair value gap, trying to act as an inverse. So I want to see now, do we want to hold this fair value gap and hold bullish? Because since we broke through this fair value gap, I don't know if we want to respect this or not. I just want to let price do its thing and give me confirmation. Our goal as traders is not to try to predict. It's to react. And right now, there's not a lot of clarity in the market because we're kind of continuing to chop and just continue to build price action. I need to see manipulation. I need to see buy side get taken or sell side for me to have more conviction. So we break through it. Again, continuing to just generate liquidity here. Now, what ends up happening here? Well, if we look at the lower time frame, sell side ends up getting taken. We still have a lot of generated liquidity resting above. And again, notice what's happening here. This 15-minute fair value gap gets ran through to the upside. So we're having a shift in order flow. What would I want to see? I would want to see this act as an inverse fair value gap. So we continue and expect the draw in liquidity to be that buy side. So we gap up, and there we go. Buy side gets taken. Sell side gets taken. Fair value gap gets ran through. And we continue to work towards buy side liquidity, right? And I'm having an understanding of what the draw is. Same with this 1 hour fair value gap gets ran through, and we look right back to go to buy side. So now that buy side's taken, what do I want to see? I want to see a fair value gap get ran through to the downside and fall us back inside the range. Now, if we want to continue to expand, that's fine, but there's no trade for me here. So now we're starting to fall back inside the range. I want to look at the bigger time frame and let this continue to play out. So now what's happening here? Well, one thing I want to look for is there a fair value gap to the left of me that we are respecting? Now, there's not a super clear inefficiency to the left of us. There is a 4 hour fair value gap right here that we didn't yet tap into. But at this point in time, because we're displacing so much lower, I'd want to see price look to respect these fair value gaps that are bearish and look to go lower. So we end up selling all the way back to sell side after price rebalancing. And at this point in time, I'd just most likely expect the price to continue lower. Now, this is kind of a basic bullish example, another so just drawn out of understanding like how can we base the draw on liquidity, right? We know that the market draws towards buy side and sell side liquidity. And if we're looking at a basic chart, right, we know that equal highs is normally or equal lows an area in which the price is going to draw to. So in this example, sell side gets taken. And let's say that there's an inefficiency that gets ran through right here to the downside. What do we expect the draw to be? Most likely to work our way back towards buy side. And it's the same thing with a bearish example. Again, in a bearish example here, fair value gap gets ran through to the downside. Buy side has been taken. Internal buy side has been taken. What do we expect here? Price most likely pull back to the initial level. And then we look to go back towards sell side, right? And we can understand the draw based off of once buy side getting taken, changing the state or inverse fair value gap to the downside, we look to go to sell side liquidity. So I'm going to pick another point in the charts and we'll do the exact same thing again. So looking at the daily time frame, this is kind of what I would look at. We have a daily fair value gap to the left of us that's acting bearish. Internal high just got taken. I would want to see this candle flip to the downside and look to see us rebalance price back lower. So now zooming into the 1 hour, there's not a lot of price action here yet to really give me a lot of clarity yet. So there we go. We start to displace back inside the range. And I just want to let price do its thing here. We're still building. We're still building. Again, I need to see clear internal buy side or internal sell side getting taken. Right? So right here, internal buy side gets taken. What would I want to see? Continuation lower. 2, internal sell side liquidity. So internal sell side gets taken, right? This is possible trade opportunity. Price pulls back. Buy side gets taken. Understand the draw is lower. Boom. Low gets hit, right? So right now, we're just testing our eye with the draw and liquidity. Where do I think the market's going? Right now, I'd be patient. Waiting. I'm waiting. Just letting price do its thing. Right now, we're just displacing back lower. Zoom back out, kind of get a better understanding of what we're doing right now. So just by looking at this chart now, I'm looking at the lack of displacement to the downside, right? We have, oh, low gets taken, but we don't break through it. Low gets taken, we don't break through it. So every time we keep sweeping, now we just took this last low, and what's happened here? We've now displaced through all of these highs. So what would I most likely expect here? I would most likely expect this fair value gap to hold bullish and work our way towards buy side liquidity. Let's look at an example when we kind of need more information, right? Because if we're looking at this chart, we can say, okay, well, buy side just got taken on the bigger time frame. There's a fair value gap above us, that we're rejecting off of. We displaced back inside the range, but now internal liquidity has just been taken, and there's also a bullish fair value gap to the left of us. What needs to happen for me to really get a better understanding of what price wants to do? Because, for example, I can look at this and say, well, there's a bearish fair value gap here. I would want to see price reject this and then go back lower because buy side's already been taken, right? And I would maybe possibly see an example of, let me draw this out. And I could possibly see this look to reject and go back lower. Now, how do I know that's what's going to happen? I don't. I need to wait for the market to give me the information and the reaction of that. So what's going to tell me that? If this fair value gap holds or not. So what I'm looking for is I would be very, very bullish if we break through it. So I'm waiting. Boom. We break through this fair value gap, meaning what? The draw on liquidity is higher, like we just talked about. Sell side liquidity gets taken. This fair value gap gets ran through to the upside. So I would expect the draw on liquidity to be buy side. So let's see what happens here, because now we've closed back above it. And there we go. We continue to run back higher. Buy side gets taken. And then what? Boom. Fall back inside the range to what? Go take sell side liquidity. So draw on liquidity is one of the most important things to just understand and have an idea. Where is the market drawing to? And the more that you'll watch price action and the more that you can look at what's being respected, what's being disrespected, is going to give you a better understanding of where is the market actually drawing to. Once you have an idea of where the market is drawing to, then you look to zoom in and take a trade aligning those two biases. So in the next video, we're going to go further in depth on what the model is to look to actually trade. We'll get into change in the state. We'll get into my entry, SMT, stuff like that, and dive further into it. But what I want you guys to get out of this video and start to dive into on your charts is looking at understanding what the draw on liquidity is. Just go back test, go back in later charts, and also trade right now on a paper trade account and just test what you are looking for in the market. Like, you want to build the confidence of being able to just look at and find the draw on liquidity just by looking at a chart. So for example, if I'm looking at this chart right now of where we are in price, sell side's been taken. What did we also just do? We just ran this 4-hour fair value gap to the upside. So what would I just say? I'm pretty bullish right now. I would want to see price most likely continue back higher, right? So continue to practice this. Hope.
Okay, let me go back real quick.
Like, you want to build the confidence of being able to just look at and find the draw on liquidity just by looking at a chart. So for example, if I'm looking at this chart right now of where we are in price, sell side's been taken. What did we also just do? We just...
Okay, so if sell side has been taken, right, and price just ran through either a bullish FVG. So sell side has been taken and price ran through a bullish FVG. We should be looking for, bullish momentum. It makes sense, right? That's right after price take out liquidity, right? And it just bullish momentum. We should be looking for bullish trades. It makes sense.
You just ran this 4-hour fair value gap to the upside. So what would I just say? I'm pretty bullish right now. I would want to see price most likely continue back higher, right? So continue to practice this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. We'll continue to dive further in depth on this series and dive further in depth on giving you guys the right context and understanding of how to trade. But go into your charts, start practicing these same things, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Appreciate it, my boy. Great video. Shit, I like
Welcome to the first ever episode of
Trade School, episode 1. Let's see what else we could react to. seen this.
I've taken tens of.
I seen this. Let's see. Let's see if this is a good video. You know what I mean? I love psychology, trading psychology videos. So let's just hope this is a good video, bro. Okay. 5 years of trading psychology in 17 minutes by Emmanuel Maleurovich. Hopefully I'm saying that, bro. Hopefully I'm saying that right, my boy. All right, let's get it.
I've taken tens of thousands of trades over my last 5 years of full-time trading experience, most of which were documented and journaled in hundreds of pages in this notebook and many other notebooks just like this. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my 5 years of trading psychology experience within 17 minutes. And I guarantee that I will address every single one of the issues that you might be experiencing within your own trading psychology. And I'm going to give you actionable steps on how to fix those issues within your psychology by the end of this video, so you can 2x, 3x, 5x, 10x your trading profits, because ultimately trading psychology makes up like 70 to 80% of your trading success. It is extremely important. That's exactly why I created this video. But before I get into it, for anyone who is new to the channel, you're not familiar with who I am, I want to go ahead and introduce myself first. My name is Emmanuel Maleurovich. I've been a full-time equities trader over the last 5 years, and the way that I learned how to trade was through my father. My dad mentored and taught me how to trade 5 years ago. He has close to a decade of trading experience, and a lot of the psychological concepts that I'm going to talk about in this video, he taught me when I first started trading, and it proved to be invaluable for my progress and for my trading career. And in front of you, I have my last 5 months of personal brokerage statements from my brokerage, Charles Schwab. I use Thinkorswim platform every single day. And the reason I'm showing you these statements is because there are so many trading gurus on YouTube and on the internet that talk a big game. They try to teach you how to trade, but they don't actually make money themselves with trading. I want to be real.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And this is why I document my journey. Like, I'm not trying to be a fucking guru, a fucking teacher. No. We doing this shit from the ground up. We documenting our journey over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I respect what he's saying, because there's a lot of traders that get on YouTube and try to teach y'all niggas some shit. But meanwhile, they're not really making money in trading for real, bro. Me, I'm trying to make money before I try to teach y'all some shit. I won't never teach anybody nothing. I won't never teach anybody anything if I'm not fucking a pro at it. Feel me? But I will teach you guys what I know and what works for me. But I'm not gonna be out here pretending to be a fucking the best trader out here selling a course, whatever.
I want to be transparent, and I want to show you that I actually do this for a living. So in this statement, you'll be able to see my deposits into the account. I didn't make any deposits. You'll be able to see my withdrawals, my beginning balance, ending balance, cash activity, and all that good stuff. So in November, I made $77,571. December, $53,051. January, I made $73,000.
Can somebody explain to me in the comments how he don't have any deposits? I just don't know. I just want to know. I'm not trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to know.
$656. February, I made $68,955. And in March, I made $43,988. And we are currently halfway through the month of April. It's around April 19th. And I'm already up $48,000 in the month of April. I will include my April statement next month whenever I make a YouTube video. And like I said, I'm showing you these to be transparent, to be real, to show you that I actually make money doing this. I do this full time. This is my career. I trade live every single day. Now let's go ahead and get started with the actual class. I have a shot clock right here. We'll do 17 minutes. All right, let's get it going. So the worst advice that I see all the time on social media about trading is trade like a robot. This is the worst advice that you could hear, and it's literally impossible.
Yeah, it's funny because I be saying the same thing. I be saying that.
To apply. We, ladies and gentlemen, are not robots. We are human beings. And as human beings, we have emotions. They are inevitable. Our job as traders shouldn't be to not have emotions. It should be to learn how to control those emotions. That is the difference between you making money with trading and you being an extremely successful trader. It's the difference between success and failure. Your ability to control your emotions and master your trading psychology, but you need to accept that they exist. They're going to happen. And your priority, stop focusing on not having emotions, focus on learning how to control them. And ultimately, there are two emotions that are rooted in every single trading issue that exists within your trading psychology. It all comes down to two.
Why you disagree with that one? Trading like a robot is the worst advice anyone can give. I want to hear. I want to hear him out, but I want to hear what you got, Dawson. Why you disagree, my boy? Every time we lose is because we are not being robotic. That's what I be saying, bro. That's what I be saying. Every time I lose, it's because of a human emotion. It's literally because I'm being greedy. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. I feel like you gotta delete your emotion. No cap. Literally, just press delete. Hey, man. Shit.
Two different emotions.
It's literally like a work in progress every single day.
And we're going to talk about the first one, which is greed, right? And by the way, this is every issue. Every issue, whoops, almost dropped the mic. Every issue that is within your trading ultimately comes down to greed. And there's one more that we're going to talk about in just a second. But what is greed? Greed is your desire to make money. And ultimately,
facts. This P&L is definitely speaking for itself. Most def. I like how he showed that P&L. Because a lot of people just be yapping with no P&Ls, man.
Ultimately, your strong desire to make money is what's stopping you from making money. And we're going to go over the exact ways that's actually happening. The first way is over trading. This is when you are taking way too many trades. But to be more specific, this is when you're taking low quality setups. You're forcing trade.
On dogs, bro. On everything. I swear to God, when I'm over trading, bro, I be taking the most dumbest trades ever. I be asking myself, why the fuck did I do that? Why? Like, bro, that shit get me so tight, bro. Oh my goodness, bro.
Trades, and you're trying to force profits, right? You're forcing setups that aren't there, that don't actually fit the criteria in your trading plan. Why are you over trading? Ultimately, you want to make more money. Why do you want to make more money? Because of greed. This ties into greed. You need to really accept that. So how do we fix over trading? Like if you're over trading right now, how do you fix it? Well, you need to have a very detailed plan of what goes into a high quality setup and what goes into a low quality setup. If you don't have a plan like that, you're never going to become successful. When you're looking at the charts and you identify a setup, there should be like alarm bells in your brain that are like, yep, that's a high quality setup, or nope, that's not a high quality setup. There's specific qualities, criteria that go into it being high quality setup. This needs to be written down. So when you're looking at a trade, you can identify, is it a good setup or a bad setup? If it's a bad setup, don't take it. You don't trade that setup.
I'm not gonna lie, he needs a like for this one. He needs a like. If this video is really good, if we end up liking this video, we're gonna give him a subscribe for sure.
Setup, right? If you do trade it, that's over trading, right? You only focus on A- to A+ setups, maybe occasionally a B+ setup if you're feeling aggressive. Now, if you don't know the criteria or the qualities that go into A+ setups, I highly recommend watching my free 10+ hour course. You could find that in the description of this video. It'll be linked. You could start it. It's 100% free. It's 10 hours long. It is genuinely better than most paid courses on the internet. It'll teach you all of this stuff. The next way that greed could be affecting your trading is over leveraging or over risking, right? You could, trade profitably and make a bunch of money for 3 months, 6 months, a year, and then one trade, you can give it all back. One trade can ruin your account by over leveraging or over trading. Now, why does this happen? It happens because you have a desire to catch a big trade and to make a ton of money. Ultimately, because of greed. The way to stop over risking and over leveraging is honestly be disciplined with your plan, right? When you, in your trading plan, you should have a specific risk that you cannot go over. Like for me, I can't lose more than $500 to $600 on a trade. I just can't do it. It's not in my plan. Like if I don't ever do that. I'm very, very strict with it, right? The way to stop over leveraging and over risking is to be strict with your plan and to have a concrete risk that you cannot go over in a specific trade or in a specific day. Have a rule where you can't lose X amount in a specific day. Like for me, if I lose more than like 1,000 or 1,500 in a single day, I'm done with the day. I'm done trading. You need to have that rule for yourself. You need to have rules that limit the amount that you lose in a day or in a trade. Okay. The next way that that greed can kind of materialize in your trading is through revenge trading, where you take a setup on a stock or whatever you're trading, you lose on it, and now you have feelings, you have those emotions to essentially make your money back, or make your money back and then also make profit. This actually plays into the next emotion we're going to talk about. We'll talk about that in just a second. But what is revenge trading? You're trading because why? Not because there's a quality setup, not because there's specific criteria that you like to see. You're trading because you lost on that setup, and now you're trading it again to make your money back. That's not a reason to take a trade. Just because you lost on a setup that's not a good enough reason to take that setup again. You need quality criteria to take a trade, right? So you're forcing profits. You're forcing yourself to, either break even on that trade or to make money back. Ultimately, this materializes in greed. How do you fix revenge trading? What I like to do is, if I lose more than 2 to 3 times on one stock, if I'm scalping it, I remove it off my watch list. It's a really great way of doing that. If you're only trading 1 to 2 securities, maybe you only trade NQ or ES or something, in that case, you can, after 2 or 3 losing trades, you're done for the day. And you limit yourself, right? You just got to be disciplined with it, right? So have rules in place for over risking, for the maximum amount that you could lose in a day or on a trade, and have rules for revenge trading where you stop trading after 1 or 2 or 3 losing trades. Okay, next, another way greed can materialize in your trading is impatience. And this is not even like from a trade to trade basis. I'm not saying like being patient within a trade. I'm talking about the impatience of trying to make money and become a profitable trader as soon as possible. Okay, a lot of times, most people who get into trading, I talked about this in my last video, you're not actually interested in becoming skilled traders. You're not actually interested in learning, what goes into a high quality setup, or how to manage risk, or how to manage your positions correctly. You're just focused on making money. You're not actually interested in becoming a trader, and you're impatient. You're so, eager to make money that you skip the process, where you try to cut corners, you skip certain steps. And you just have to, for this, you have to change your expectations. When you're going into trading, stop thinking about the money. The more you think about the money, the more it runs away. The more you think about becoming a skilled and profitable trader and focusing on the process, the more money comes to you, right? I've never met a really, really good trader that doesn't make money. But I've met a ton of people who want to make money with trading who don't, right? Focus on becoming really, really good, and the money will come to you, and that could take time. You need patience, right? Trading, think about it. You go to school for 4 years to get a degree that doesn't even guarantee you a job, but you're not willing to spend 3 to 12 months to become profitable, doesn't make any sense. You have to shift your expectations and be patient with it. Focus on learning the actual skill set. Don't focus on the outcome. Next, holding too long. This is when you're in a profitable trade. The trade is making you money. You're up, let's say 2 hours, 3 hours. You're feeling super good. And then you decide to hold too long because you want to make more money. And this is when you ignore your exit plan because you want to hit that home run trade. You're not happy with 2 hours. You want to make 4 hours. You're not happy with $1,000 profit. You want to make $10,000 profit. Your desire to make more money on that trade is stopping you from making any money at all. Like if you're up, let's say $1,000 on a trade, you could take partials, take half, take $500 off the table, take $750 off the table. You're still in the trade, but you took some profits already. Versus you're up 1,000, you want to make 3K, and then all of a sudden you ignore your exit plan, and next thing you know, it becomes a losing position. That's ridiculous. That ultimately comes down to greed and you just wanting to make more money versus focusing on actually trading the right way and following your exit plan. If you don't have an exit plan, I would watch my free 10+ hour course. I go over how to create an exit plan. It's extremely useful. Everyone should have a plan on entering into a trade and a plan on exiting that trade, okay? You can't have one without the other. Next, guys. So this is all about greed, right? If one of these is your issues, like that's because of greed, and hopefully some of my solutions helped you out there. Now, the next emotion is fear. There's greed, your desire to make a lot of money, and then there's fear. Fear is being fearful that you're gonna lose money or fearful that you're not gonna make money, okay? The first way fear materializes is the fear of being wrong, and I have just around 7 minutes, okay? The fear of being wrong. A lot of times I see beginner traders, they're more interested in being right versus wrong versus making money because their ego plays into it. They can't handle their ego being wrong, where they enter into a trade, they're so confident it's gonna go higher, they're so confident that's gonna happen, that when it moves lower or when it doesn't play out the way that they think it's going to, it hurts their ego, it hurts to be wrong. And you can't do that.
And that's when you move your SL a little bit more, because you just want to be right. Like it can't hit my SL. Let me just move it just a little bit higher, just a little bit lower, just a little bit. No, I'll be doing that too. So I'm saying we still learning over here, but shit, that shit be annoying. The fear of just being wrong, bruh. And it is worse when you know the fucking market is gonna go your way. It's just prices hunting your SL, like, bruh. That should be so annoying, bro.
Do that, right? You can't be focused on being right or wrong. That's not what trading is about. Trading is about making money, okay? So if you feel like your ego plays a heavy role in your trading, you need to find solutions to that. You have to realize that, you should have a much stronger desire to make money than to be right. And sometimes the best way to make money is to limit your losses. All right. So if you have the fear of being wrong, you have to shift your perspective and focus more on making money versus just being right. Okay. Next, fear of losing. This is when you are risking money on a setup and you hesitate, where let's say you see a really high quality trade and you hesitate on that trade, or you second guess yourself and that trade actually works in your favor. And then you're thinking to yourself, why didn't I take that trade? I knew it was going to go down, or I knew it was going to go up, but I didn't take it. Why am I so stupid, right? It's happened to me. This ultimately boils down to your fear of losing. You're fearful that the money that you risk, right, you're going to lose it. You're fearful that you're going to lose money. The way that you fix this is to, number one, lower your risk. You're risking way too much money if you have a fear of losing money. You have to pick, when you decide how much you're going to risk on a trade, you have to pick an amount that is not going to kill you if you lose that amount, but it's also not going to be so low where you're like, I don't care. Like if I risk $10 on a trade, I don't care, right? Okay, I'll lose it, I don't care. But if I risk 500 on a trade, on one hand, I'm not gonna feel that affected if I lose it. But if I do lose that amount, I'm still gonna kind of feel it, right? You have to find that sweet spot. But if you're like actually fearful when you're entering into a trade, it's because you're risking way too much, right? Lower your risk to the point where you're comfortable with losing that amount, and then you're not gonna have that fear of entering into trades, because worst case, you have your stop loss, you know exactly how much you're gonna lose. So it's okay. You know the worst possible outcome when you enter into a trade. You're gonna lose what your predetermined risk is. And you need a predetermined risk. You need that in your trading plan. FOMO. You fear you're missing out on the trade of the century, so you break your plan and you overtrade. A lot of people go through this, the fear of missing out. This is when, you see a trade, you feel like you're missing out on it. Maybe you were late to it. Maybe you didn't spot it in time. Maybe you passed on the position. You just let it, you didn't decide to take it. Then it starts to move in your direction and you FOMO into it because you fear like you're gonna miss out on some amazing opportunity. Understand there are hundreds, there's gonna be thousands, tens of thousands opportunities in your lifetime, in your trading career. You're gonna have trades that same day. You're gonna have a trade the next day. You're gonna have a trade the next week. Don't get so caught up on one trade that you end up getting into it late because of your emotions, and then you end up losing money. There's plenty of opportunities to make money in trading. Guys, this past week, there was a trade that if I kind of misplayed it. If I played it right, it would have made me like 20 to 30K, I swear. And instead of FOMOing in late, I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna let it go. It was a tough pill to swallow, but I had to do it. Right? So just understand there's gonna be plenty of opportunities. Don't get so caught up on one trade. There's gonna be thousands of setups in the markets. All right?
100%, man, 100%.
Next, fear of not being good enough, lack of confidence, switching strategies. So ultimately, lack of confidence and switching strategies, this is going to boil down to the fact that you're not confident in your trading. You're not confident in your ability to make money. Maybe because you're a beginner, or maybe because you're not profitable. Honestly, the best way to actually fix this is to have a coach or a mentor in your trading. And it doesn't have to be me, it could be anyone, but someone that could show you how to trade the right way and someone that you could trade with every single day. If any of you guys are looking for them from 0 to 10 to 8 by doing it with just about 1 minute and 30 seconds left. So if you do want a full-time mentor, you're serious about.
So far, great video, bro. Great video. This literally breaks down trading psychology in one video, bro. That's literally what it is. Greed and fear. Greed and fear is literally the two motherfuckers that's stopping us from being great at trading, bro. Greed and fear. Everything else, bro, is literally just noise. But if we could get past fear and greed, who knows what the fuck we could do? Who knows? You feel me? Because I know for me, bro, over trading is something that I definitely gotta get past by. Like I gotta overcome that. Over trading, being greedy, wanting to make more, even though I reached my profit target for that day. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get that like down to the fucking T. It's not gonna be easy, but it has to be done. For us to be great, we have to do that. We have to do those things that we don't want to do. The things that we're scared of doing. Because if you think about it, guys, the other side of discipline and consistency is literally sunshine and rainbows and all the fucking profits that we want in the world. It's literally on the other side of discipline and consistency. The Lambos that we want is on the other side of discipline. The mansions, the houses we want to get, our parents, this and that, the people we want to help is on the other side of discipline and consistency. Simple as that. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna keep engraving that in our head, bro. Like, be disciplined. Be disciplined. Even though you don't want to do it. Be disciplined. Be disciplined. Feel me? So great video overall, Emmanuel. We're definitely gonna give you a subscribe. You dig. You know what I'm saying? All right. So far, two great videos. Oh shit. Excuse me. Excuse me. How I beat the mental game of trading after 5 years. Ooh, this looks like a good video. Let's add this to save later. He made me a millionaire day trader. We can add that to the watch later. Okay, we need something that could, you know what I'm saying? Give us that like I need to watch this. I need to. The man who crashed the stock market from home, 70 million. Okay. Let's check this out real quick. Where is it at? This one right here.
On a Thursday in the middle of 2010.
All right. Okay. You know, we love a little trading videos, you feel me? So okay. The man who crashed the stock market from home by Hamish Hodder. Let's see what it's all about, man.
10, a man named Navinder Sarao was trading stocks from a bedroom in his mother's West London home. His laptop was connected to the American financial markets, which were experiencing higher than normal levels of volatility.
All right, you're looking at what's going on in Greece right now. In the U.S. markets, financials causing another leg down.
The large minute-by-minute swings created fertile grounds for huge trading profits, and by 7:40 p.m. he logged off for the day, raking in nearly $1 million in profits. All the way over in New York, the local time was 2:40 p.m. A bad day for the market so far, but still just a couple of percentage points down from when trading started that morning. But just 60 seconds after Navinder logged off for the day...
Let's run this back. I was fixing up my screen real quick, y'all boys. Okay. The man who crashed the stock market from home. Hamish Hodder. Let's get it.
On a Thursday in the middle of 2010, a man named Navinder Sarao was trading stocks from a bedroom in his mother's West London home. His laptop was connected to the American financial markets, which were experiencing higher than normal levels of volatility.
All right, you're looking at what's going on in Greece right now. In the U.S. markets, financials causing another leg down.
The large minute-by-minute swings created fertile grounds for huge trading profits, and by 7:40 p.m. he logged off for the day, raking in nearly $1 million in profits. All the way over in New York, the local time was 2:40 p.m. A bad day for the market so far, but still just a couple of percentage points down from when trading started that morning. But just 60 seconds after Navinder logged off for the day, all hell broke loose.
We have not seen a day like this.
What the heck is going on down here? I don't know.
I'm looking at Eurodollar futures. We're down 13.5 basis points.
Down nearly 900.
I mean, there is fear. This is capitulation, really.
Within 4 minutes, the stock market was down almost 10.
This reminded me of when Trump officially launched the tariff thing.
10%. $1 trillion of value wiped off American companies in minutes. The day became known as the flash crash of 2010, one of the most violent and unexpected collapses in stock market history. A crash that exposed the dark side of a new wave of algorithmic trading, ushered in sweeping financial regulations, and revealed a fascinating story of a lone UK bedroom trader who abused loopholes to make tens of millions of dollars. So, what exactly happened?
It was the 6th of May 2010, and when trading opened at 9:30 Eastern Time, it was immediately an unusual day. New information regarding the European debt crisis had come to light overnight, and traders were responding to it. There's an index called the VIX, which tracks market volatility, how violently stocks are changing in price. It's also referred to as the Fear Index, and by 2:30 p.m. it was up 22.5%, indicating that this was already a very turbulent day for the markets. The S&P 500 index, which tracks the US stock market, was down a couple of percent. Then at 2:32 p.m, something really unexpected happened. A huge block of E-mini S&P 500 futures was dumped on the market. These are a type of financial contract that traders use to bet on the movement of the stock market. Don't worry, the details aren't that important yet. But someone suddenly throws 75,000 of these contracts at the market, a total value of $4.1 billion. It's a huge shock to the system, and just 9 minutes later, stocks plunged 3% in a matter of minutes. By 2:45, the market was down nearly 10% on the day. At the individual stock level, things are even more chaotic. 2 billion shares are traded between 2:40 and 3 p.m, a total volume of $56 billion. About 20,000 trades are executed at prices more than 60% above or below where they were trading just a few minutes earlier, some at completely irrational prices. ACN, the stock representing Accenture, fell from $40 a share to 1 cent within 7 seconds. A $30 billion company was suddenly trading for under $10 million. Other stocks saw the equally irrational opposing situation. Apple stock went from $250 a share to $100,000 a share within seconds, briefly valuing the company at $54 trillion, which is almost the total value of the entire US stock market today. I really want to highlight just how absurd this is. There were 2 trades for 895 Apple shares executed at these prices. In total, they should have sold for $216,000, but instead they sold for $89.5 million. And then it just stopped. By 3 p.m, the broad stock market had largely regained its losses from the crash, although still down as it was when the day began. The crash lasted just 36 minutes, hence the name Flash Crash, and the violent financial event naturally raised a lot of questions. Questions which we now have the answers to. What caused the crash? Who were the traders responsible? And what does all of this have to do with a British man who discovered a hack to make millions from his bedroom? So, who is Navinder Sarao? He was born in 1978 into a typical British working class family, and his first big introduction to the world of trading was through a job at Futex Live in the mid-2000s. It was there he learned how to trade stocks, and he was really good at it. He mostly traded futures contracts. They are legal agreements to buy or sell an asset at a specific price and date in the future. So instead of just buying SPY, the index that represents the US stock market, I could buy futures contracts to bet on the change in price. For the US stock market, this is called the E-mini S&P 500 futures. I only have to put up a small collateral for each one, and each contract allows me to control 50 shares of the index. So I can make or lose a lot of money from small upward or downward movements. Navinder found success in trading these E-mini S&P 500 contracts, and by the time he left Futex Live in 2008, he'd accumulated about $2 million. When he left the firm, it was the middle of the global financial crisis. He believed that a bailout for financial institutions was coming, so he bet all of his money on stocks rebounding. The week that the bailouts were announced, the stock market increased 19%, and using futures contracts, he turned his $2 million into $15 million. He continued to trade during 2009, but he noticed it was becoming harder to make profits because of a new type of trading: high-frequency trading. With computers and the internet becoming much more sophisticated, automated trading was growing in use. A New York Times article from July 2009 was one of the first times it gained mainstream attention. They described high-frequency trading. Powerful algorithms execute millions of orders a second and scan dozens of public and private marketplaces simultaneously. They can spot trends before other investors can blink, changing orders and strategies within milliseconds. There are many strategies that high-frequency traders use to profit, but I'll just explain a couple of them. Stock exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq are supposed to show all of the available buy and sell orders to everyone at the same time, but they used a a loophole to show some traders orders ahead of time in exchange for a fee. So slow traders placed their buy orders, but rather than being shown all of the potential sellers at the same time, some of those orders were most likely routed to a collection of high-frequency traders for just 30 milliseconds in what is known as a flash order. Yep, that's right, they called them flash orders, possibly the biggest foreshadowing of all time. By receiving orders from the exchange a few milliseconds before everyone else, high-frequency trading bots can quickly buy and sell shares for a tiny profit. High-frequency traders also benefit from competition among the various exchanges, which pay small fees that are often collected by the biggest and most active traders, typically a quarter of a cent per share to whoever arrives first. But then the article talks about another strategy, which in hindsight was essentially a blueprint for anyone who wanted to abuse financial markets for a profit. They analyzed a July 15th trading session. Chipmaker Intel had reported strong quarterly earnings the night before, and traders set out to buy another chipmaker, Broadcom, when the market opened. Beyond the genuine trades, there was a lot of stock manipulation. Soon, thousands of orders began flooding the markets as high-frequency software went into high gear. Automatic programs began issuing and cancelling tiny orders within milliseconds to determine how much the slower traders were willing to pay. The high-frequency computers quickly determined that some investors' upper limit was $26.40. The price shot to $26.39, and high-frequency programs began offering to sell hundreds of thousands of shares. Creating and quickly cancelling orders is a type of market manipulation. It was already illegal at the time, but it didn't have a specific definition in US law. It became known as spoofing because it involved making fake orders for the sole intention of tricking other traders into thinking that a stock had more interested buyers than it actually had. Navinder Sarao, who was frustrated with high-frequency traders stealing his profits, began using this illegal strategy. He built his own custom high-frequency trading bot and started trading E-mini S&P futures again. But this time, he used his bot to create thousands of fake orders before quickly cancelling them. The spoofed orders were set at all different prices to give the appearance that these were genuine trades from different traders. This specifically is called layering, another very illegal form of market manipulation. The fake market activity created a momentum in the price that he could then profit from with genuine trades. And it worked wonders. He was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. Which brings us back to the infamous flash crash on May 6th, 2010. Navinder was trading the markets from a bedroom in his parents' home. He used his spoofing and layering strategy to profit from the increased volatility. By midday, he was placing around $200 million worth of trades, and by 2:40 p.m. ET, or 7:40 p.m. in his local time, he logged off after making $950,000. A minute later, the flash crash began. So did Navinder cause the flash crash with his huge volume of fake trades? Well, not exactly. The Financial Times reported that Navinder's fake trades were so large they made up 20% of all the sell orders of the E-mini S&P futures at various times during the day. Which, in simple terms, means he did add a lot of trading volume to the market, and he did push prices to artificially low and high prices so that he could profit from them. But he wasn't actually trading when the crash occurred. An official report later found that while he and other high-frequency traders did contribute to the crash, there was someone else who actually caused it. Well, actually, I looked at a number of different reports that all analyzed the trading data. The two main pieces were a study published in 2014 and the official report from the SEC and CFTC. Notably, this report makes no mention of Navinder's illegal trading activity. And that was by design. Navinder was already under investigation by the Department of Justice, and they didn't want to alert him. But I'll get back to this later in the video. The most shocking part of the flash crash is that the entire crash can pretty much be traced back to a single trade. At 2:32 p.m, a mutual fund initiated an order to sell 75,000 E-mini S&P futures contracts, a total value of $4.1 billion. Now, you can't just dump an order like this on the market without crashing the price, because there wouldn't be enough buyers on the other side. The buy-side liquidity for the E-mini contracts was under $3 billion. buy-side liquidity, effectively meaning the pool of willing buyers. And so this trade would have to be slowly drip-fed into the market. For reference, a similar trade to this earlier in the year took more than 5 hours to fully execute. So the mutual fund decided to use a sell algorithm to slowly sell the 75,000 contracts. They set the target execution rate at 9% of the trading volume from the previous minute. This limit prevents the bot from dumping too many shares onto the market too quickly. If there was $1 billion of these contracts being traded back and forth every minute, the bot would only sell $90 million worth of contracts every minute. Sell algorithms can also have price and timing limits so that the contracts aren't sold on the market for a price that's too low. This mutual fund used no such limits. Any price and any speed was acceptable as long as it didn't exceed 9% of trading volume. And that was a huge mistake. On initial thought, you might think that trading volume is a good way to see or measure how many willing buyers there are for these E-mini contracts. After all, if the trading volume is $1 billion has been traded back and forth over the past minute, doesn't that mean that there's, at least in the last minute, a willingness of people to buy $1 billion worth of contracts? This logic was pretty much true for the entire history of the stock market. Except in 2010, there's another huge element: high-frequency traders. Remember, these trading bots aren't trying to acquire or offload their own positions. They're buying and selling just milliseconds apart, often to other bots, before the real buyer acquires the contract. They don't add to the pool of willing buyers, but they do increase the volume. Between 2:41 and 2:44 PM, high-frequency traders traded 140,000 E-mini contracts, representing 33% of total volume. Bots that had no intention of holding the contracts were driving up the trading volume. As the volume rose, the mutual fund's sell algorithm viewed this as the pool of willing buyers increasing, so it started feeding more of the 75,000 contracts into the market. The high-frequency traders were creating the illusion that there was lots of willing buyers, and when there weren't enough buyers, it crashed the E-mini market. The pain quickly spread into the actual stock market because of cross-market arbitrages. These are traders who buy the E-mini contracts and sell the SPY index to profit from small discrepancies between those two prices. But in this case, they essentially were transferring the collapsing E-mini market into the actual stock market. Within just 20 minutes, the entire 75,000 contract order had been executed on the market, an order that should have taken more than 5 hours. This 2014 study specifically looked at the role of high-frequency traders. It concluded that while they did increase the trading volume, they didn't actually cause the crash. They just accelerated a problem that was essentially created by the mutual fund that made a huge oopsie when it came to the sell algorithm of those 75,000 contracts. Navinda was one of these high-frequency traders who were not directly to blame, but did add fuel to the fire. Of course, one big difference was that most of Navinda's trades were completely fraudulent, and it didn't go unnoticed. Sometime shortly after, the Commodities Futures Trading Commission received information about some strange groups of trading orders that were made during the crash.
The data sets that we reviewed for Now's activity showed he would place these orders together and modify those orders several, sometimes thousands of times or hundreds of times before then canceling them and not getting hit.
With enough evidence, the CFTC passes the case over to the Department of Justice. The investigation took years to complete, but in 2015, Navinda was finally arrested in the UK. He was indicted by a grand jury on 22 counts of wire fraud, commodities fraud, and manipulation for trades between 2009 and 2014. The 22 charges carried a maximum sentence of 380 years in prison.
380 years? Bruh. 380 years. We're gonna have a sip on that one. Damn! Like, bruh. He's not even gonna be alive. That's what I'm saying, bro. He's not even gonna be alive. Like, bro. Yo, what the hell?
Prison. The Financial Times reported that Navinda admitted to entering more than 85 spoof.
Nah, they need to give people that's actually killing people out here these type of times, bro. Cause ain't no way you giving somebody that's they literally took a life, literally cut somebody's life short on Earth, and you only gonna give them 25 to 30 years. Meanwhile, you giving somebody that's just trying to make some money. Goddamn, 380 years. 380 years. That's crazy.
Spoof trades on the day of the crash. And in the DOJ statement, it says he admitted to making at least $12.8 million from the illegal activities. In 2016, he entered a plea agreement with the DOJ on spoofing and wire fraud charges. But thanks to his help in furthering US financial regulations, he only received 1 year's house arrest. The flash crash brought with it a tightening of financial regulations. The Dodd-Frank Wall Street Act was passed as law just 2 weeks after the crash. It was a
I swear, when a civilian do it, it's an issue. That's so facts, bro. But when these politicians is doing it, they're not dealing with the consequences, bro. A lot of politicians be insider trading, bro. But they get away with it because they got connection. You know what I mean? But when it's an immigrant just trying to make money, they gon' like, bruh, come on, bruh. 380 years is crazy, man.
Was a piece of legislation initiated by President Obama after the global financial crisis. And among other things, it finally provided a direct definition of spoofing in US law. The crash also shed light on a number of flaws in financial markets. How large automated sell orders can trigger extreme price movements. That high trading volume is not always a reliable indicator of market liquidity. And another example of just how connected the derivatives and securities markets are. After Navinda's arrest, many believed he was essentially a scapegoat for a practice that was rampant on Wall Street. Spoofing and layering trades should be illegal, but it's also something done all the time, even by the big firms. Going after a lone UK trader for this is even more ridiculous when you consider the global financial crisis just happened, and only 1 person was jailed in the US for their role in the crisis. I hope you guys enjoyed this very long and complicated story, and if you did, a huge way that global financial crisis just happened, and only
2 years and 6 months, conspiracy to falsify books and records.
Person was jailed in the US for their role in the crisis. I hope you guys enjoyed this very long and complicated story, and if you did, a huge way that you can support.
Bro, they out here giving day trader these type of time, bro. Like, we're not criminals, bro. We're not criminals. We ain't hurt nobody like that, bro. God damn. They doing that to traders? No way. No way.
Support me is simply by hitting the subscribe button. And even at the beginning of 2020, on a Thursday in the middle of 2010.
Great video though. Great video. Not bad. It's just tough that buddy gotta do 380 years in jail, like prison, whatever. That's fucking, that sucks, bro. Come on. 380 years, bro. You might as well just tell me, like, bro. You feel me? Like, god damn. Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough, bro. Damn, bro. Shit. What time is it? 7:54. We got one more reaction in us. One more reaction. 2 hours and 47 minutes. Yes, sir. I think this is our longest stream for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Let's see what other videos we got, man. Took Vegas $1 million. This really found Wall Street free money. The most interesting investor who ever lived. The bedroom trader who wiped out 1 trillion. Ooh. It look like the same guy though. The mastermind behind the most profitable hedge fund. The wild 50M ride of the flash crash trader 47 billion cope. Oh, y'all remember WeWork? I don't know if y'all remember WeWork, bro. I remember watching the whole YouTube documentary on WeWork. Very, very interesting. BNF. This was a great video. BNF. Hunting the 477 million FTX hacker. Damn.
June 9.
Hold on. Let's see the comments. This got damn near almost 1 million views. See what the comments gotta say. Who gets 300 million keeps sim swapping out disappear until because that doesn't explain. It's backfiring and anything. They already toasting them in the comments, bro. What the hell? Okay. Fuck it. We might as well knock out this video. Fuck it. I mean, damn, it's kind of long. I ain't gonna. Oh, 28 in it. God damn, Dalton, what you think, bro? Should we call it a day or knock out another reaction? Because we got 2 reactions under our belt. Let me know, G. I think I'm gonna call it a day for real. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. And I ain't even gonna hold y'all boys. Do one more? Okay, if I do one more, it have to be a shorter video. It'll have to be a shorter video for sure. I felt best bet, man. It need to be at least 15 minutes, bro. I can't do a 30-minute video. How the 16-year-old. Damn, they got some good videos. But it's just a little long. Let's go back to home. Excuse me. Maxwell Dent. He made a minute trader. Give me 10x and I'll be. Know your setup, know your edge. Okay, there we go, Justin. I made over
800,000.
There we go. I think we could react to this. All right, my boy. Shay, if you about to eat, it's cool, G. Do your thing, gang. I appreciate you staying on. But I think I'm gonna react to this one video and call it a day. I think this might be a good video. Okay, we about to get this a watch. Okay, all right. Give me 10 minutes and 10 extra trading profits by Justin Rarlene. I hope I'm saying it right. All right, let's get it.
$1,000 from trading now, and in the next 10 minutes, I've made over $800,000 from trading now, and in the next 10 minutes, I want to help scale your trading by 10x. So without further ado, timer starts now. Now, the one reason why I see so many people suck at trading is know your setup, know your edge. So many people have 10 different strategies that they're looking for in the market, and how can you have clarity? How can you have consistency when you don't know what you're looking for? Have one specific setup, have one thing that you're looking for every single day, knowing that this is what I know. This is what makes me money, and you're going to cut out all the noise. Stop looking for big moves in the market. Stop looking for things that you don't normally trade. Stop looking for a bunch of YouTube videos of other strategies because you can't wait for your setup. The best traders in the world know what they look for, know why they look for it, and they do not go anywhere else. Have a solidified system, a solidified strategy, and stick to it. Do not exchange your long-term desires for short-term satisfaction by taking dumb setups intraday that you know is not your setup. Build consistency through one setup, know your edge, and do not strive away from it. Only focus on improving it, building conviction with it, building confidence with it, and make that a part of your identity.
100%.
One setup, one system. Do not stray away from it.
100%.
Now, the next piece of advice is be an observer. So many people come into the market and are looking at the market in terms of their will. What do I want to see in the market? What do I want to think that the market's going to do for my benefit? They don't care about what the reality is. They don't care about what is the market actually showing me in front of my face. All that you care about is how can I benefit from it? You are trying to inflict your will. You are not being an observer. Our job as a trader is to be reactive. If the market is showing me nothing and it's not showing me my setup, as an observer, I am doing nothing. I sit there and I do not trade. I do not try to force something. I do not execute. And the reason why you guys take dumb trades is because you're not being an observer. You're tying your own satisfaction. You're tying your own expectations, your own intentions. You want to make a bunch of money. So you're seeing opportunity that's not there. You are not being an observer. You want to focus on what is the market actually showing me. Not with a false perspective of, oh, what's going to benefit me? Oh, is this maybe my setup? Oh, this maybe might make me money. Oh, this has the potential to make me money. No, you need to cut out all of the bullshit and all of the dumb trades that are getting in the way of your success. You need to be an observer. Do not let yourself try to see things that aren't there and perceive the market out of your own will. You need to be an observer. Let the market tell you what to do, not the other way around. The next thing you need to focus on is seek habits, not profit. Making money does not mean you are doing something right, and losing money does not mean you are doing something wrong. What you need to manage is the input. Are you coming into the day focusing on building good habits? What does that look like? Only taking your setup, having good risk management, not over leveraging, not taking dumb setups. That is what you need to be seeking. If you seek profit, you're setting yourself up to gamble, take dumb trades, over leverage, FOMO into trades. Because when you perceive the market in a form of I want to make money, you are going to seek it and see it in a skewed perspective. And then that perspective is only going to set you up for failure. Seek the actual habits in the process that is going to make you money long term. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you make money. It matters, are you going to keep that money? Let me say that again. Trading is about keeping money, not making money. Do not seek the profit. The profit will come when you are seeking and caring more about the habits and the process that is actually going to build you into that good of a trader. So stop focusing on, am I going to make money? Is this going to happen? You will make money, but you need to be focused on seeking the actual habits and what is going to actually bring you that success. So learn to build satisfaction off of doing what you should be doing. Did I come into the day? Did I take a trade based off my model? Was it a good setup? Was I being an observer? Was this actually what I should have done? If the answer is yes, win or lose, you should be satisfied. Because if you lose and you did everything that you needed to do over a long period of time, because you have to be in a longevity mindset, you will make money. And if you are seeking habits, you are building an actual person that is profitable, not you trying to be profitable. So ask yourself, are you the version of you trying to be profitable, or are you the version of you actually who is profitable? And the only way to build the version of you who is profitable is by focusing on building good habits, seeking the process, not the profits. Now,
that man did not say one fucking lie, bro. He did not say one fucking lie, bro. Bro, I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, y'all. It really don't even matter about the strategy anymore, bro. It really don't. Because at the end of the day, if you really think about it, bro, all strategy works. All strategy works. What makes a strategy not profitable, whatever, is when these bad habits start coming in. Overtrading, greed, yada, yada. That's when that shit really don't go our way. But if we stick to the things that we know we gotta do, literally go according to our plan, in the long run, we gonna make money, bro. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. We're gonna do a back test session back testing session, and I'm gonna show you guys when we stay disciplined, when we follow the exact rule, we always come up on top. But when we don't, bro, I swear to God, we be like, why the fuck am I fucking losing all the time? It's because we're not being disciplined. And that's one of the hardest things to do, is be disciplined with our fucking habits that we know we gotta do. And that should be just pissing me off so much, because I know the good habits that I gotta do, and I be fucking, doing bullshit. It's 100% what he said, man.
Now, the next piece of advice I have is get a coach, get a mentor, get somebody who is actually going to help you. Now, I personally have taught over 1,000 students now, and I have a mentorship that I personally live trade with my students. I have 60 plus videos of education. There's a community. I do coaching calls and hop. Because if you're making the same mistakes over and over again and you don't know how to fix it, you don't know what you're doing right, you don't know if you're actually executing trades you should be doing, you don't know, you end up running into the same cycle over and over again. And I've had people that have come into my mentorship that have literally been stuck on a wall for years, that have been losing for years, if not even more, that finally end up breaking that wall through years of your hot stove to speed up the process. Can you rely on your own understanding when you yourself are not successful? Learn from somebody who has done it before, who knows what they're doing, who can help give you guidance and push you towards success. This is a must. You have to have somebody that is...
That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. Whatever you're doing, bro, if you're not learning from somebody that kind of at least tried it or did it before in the past, bro, is the process of you getting to where you want to be at is going to take a lot longer than you think. If you're learning, if you at least getting some tips, you know what I'm saying, for somebody that's actually doing it, you're going to reach your goals a little bit faster. That's just how it is.
That has done it before to give you actual guidance. Now, the next thing on this list is detach from the outcome. Stop caring in adding, in relating your personal worth to your outcome. It doesn't matter if you came into the market and you made money or you lost money. What matters, like we talked about before, is the habits. Detach from the outcome. I see people that come into the day will lose, and the entire rest of the day they're ruined. And it used to be a problem for me. I would make a trade in the morning, I would lose, and my entire day was ruined. I could not live my life. I couldn't be focused. And the reason why this is because we are attaching our outcome to how we feel, who we are as individuals. And this doesn't go with the second point here, being an observer. When we come into the market, we should not be trading as ourselves. We should not be trading as individuals who are seeking to make money, who are seeking to quit our job, who are seeking to, become and get an amazing life and go travel and do all these things. Because when we set ourselves in that environment with all of these goals, it gets in the way of our actual success. We see things from a skewed perspective, we make emotional decision making, and our goal is to detach from the outcome. The only way to actually fall in line with the process and grow is if we don't care about the outcome. Stop caring about when you're going to be profitable or when you're going to make money. Just focus on the process and continue to learn. Forever be a student. I am always going to be a student. The market and my trading data is always continuing to show me what I need to improve on.
That's a fact. Focus on the process, bro. Fall in love with the fucking process. That's it. Fall in love with the fucking process, bro. I'm saying we doing it over here, bro. We practicing.
Now, the next point is fix the operator, not the system. Trading is nothing but a reflection of who you are. And like we talked about before, are you the person to break your rules and swipe it under the rug? Are you the type of person to continue to make the same mistakes over and over again and not fix them because you're lazy? You blame the system, you blame the market, you blame the strategy, you blame something else except for yourself. And trust me, nothing is doing it except for you. And as soon as you recognize that you are the problem and not anything else, that is the only way that you are going to be successful, is if you recognize you are the problem. How can I improve myself? Because if I improve myself in my life, it transfers over to trading. I see people that only focus on their trading instead of who they are as individuals and who they are in their life. How can you expect to be disciplined on the charts if you're not disciplined in your life? How can you expect to be patient in the charts if you're not patient in your life? How can you expect to be somebody who can trust in yourself to make the right decisions if you can't trust yourself in your own life to make the right decisions? You have to fix the operator. You have to fix you. Fix your problems and the things that are lacking in your life that are getting in the way of your success. Now, the last piece of advice that I have is journal, journal, journal. Without journaling, how do you know if you're doing something right? How do you know if you're improving? How do you know what needs to be fixed? How do you know what aspect of your trading when it comes to your strategy needs to change? Am I trading at the right time? Am I doing this right? You need to journal your trades. In fact, over 6 months ago, I started working on a journaling software called TradePath. It is finally launched. You guys can go to this website and get a journal where you can connect your broker or do it manually. But this is an opportunity for you to see clearly what your stats show you, your trade win percentage, your average risk, there's statistics, there's journaling page, and you can actually journal your trades and see and go through the process of writing down, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? How can I improve? How can I continue to grow? Because you have to spend time journaling your trades. If you don't, you don't know what to improve and you can't see your progress. But there you go. Timer is up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Fire-ass video. Great video, bro. Great fucking video. See, these are the type of videos that I like to watch, bro. These are the type of videos that I like to watch that, you know what I'm saying, that you can learn from, motivate you, you know what I'm saying, that give you that light, that insight on what to do better. Because at the end of the day, bro, trading is all about psychology. That's all it is. It's all about psychology. I sound like 607 Unk. Stop playing with me. That's all it is. It's just psychology. Stop playing with me, gang. Yeah. But bro, I appreciate everyone that's been on the stream, bro. We about to call it a day, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gotta call it a day. I appreciate it, bro. Today was straight grind. We've been on this bit for 3 hours straight. That's the longest stream we did so far, bro. And we're gonna do more of these long streams, more of these reaction streams. Who knows? I might do some analysis. I might do some whatever tonight. Who knows? Not sure. But I do gotta step out and handle some business. But great stream, great vibes. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can hop on stream tomorrow to lock in again, get on the grind. What else? Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all boys, bro. Love y'all boys. You know what I'm saying? To my little 1 or 2 viewers, I appreciate y'all boys. You feel me? We're going to keep going. We're going to stay disciplined, stay consistent, and all grind, bro, until we get to where we want to reach at, bro. So, appreciate y'all boys. I'm going to talk to y'all